It is Friday. It is Stash Wars Live. Mike the Six Layer here, man, and we got a year in shebanga bang, man. We got the whole crew with us, chilling with my main honorable villain, Mark, the honorable villain. We got Your Highness Tony, the Signature King, joining us, and back we got Sammy Warmhands from the Bat Fanatics podcast joining us tonight, man. And we are bringing the year in and with a big explosion. As you guys know, this is the Six Layer Station, so we expect, you guys should expect, heat-seeking missiles tonight, and that's what we're going to be bringing. And then also just to reflect on this momentous year. I thought I had a good year. Did you guys have a good year? 2025 was good to you guys?
Oh yeah,
every year's better, man.
Good to the collection, my friend.
Good to the collection, man. And I'm just gonna go to the comments real quick, see who's here. Space Case, yo, what up? And then I will be doing a giveaway. This is the 40th episode of Stash Wars Live. I didn't know that.
Nice.
We're going to be doing the Stash Awards. Thank you for all the people that voted on our 4 categories. We're going to be revealing those throughout the night. But guys, I want to start this. Before I forget, please smash the like button as you guys troll on in. Smash the like button and then comment, man. Let us know that you're in the house. We're going to be talking about 2025. What was your top moments of 2025? Let us know. How did 2025 treat you in the chat? And we will open up the lines tonight. So anybody call in, we will give a prize to the first caller. Okay. So first caller will get a prize tonight. And then, we're going to just rock and roll. So let's just go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes because we have a jam-packed show tonight. So round table discussion, gentlemen, 2025 best moments of the year. So what I mean by that, we're not talking about collection. We're talking about pure experience. It could be a low point that stood out. That's turned out to be something laughable later on. Tony, I'm thinking about you with that in Baltimore. But whatever comes to mind, whoever wants to go first.
Yeah, I'll kick it off here. I would say probably the highlight of the year for me, numero uno, is C2E2. I've never been to C2E2 before, so I did all 3 days at C2E2. What a wonderful show that is. It's huge. I've never been to a show where I felt like it was a line at the airport to get in. I had to sit there and queue. I had to go through security to go to a comic convention. That was wild. That was exciting. Yeah, I would say C2E2 is number one.
So that was the first time you had to go through security for a convention?
Yeah, it was the first time ever. Yeah, I've never had to do that before.
Man, that's like, man, would you be going to shows at Mayberry or something?
Normally for me, Baltimore is the big one of the year, but C2E2 is massively bigger than Baltimore.
Man, wait till you go to these bigger shows, man. We gotta, give these fools DNA samples just to get in.
I like the newer style, like they're not metal detectors. I don't know what they are exactly, but the newer style things where you can walk through, and they usually don't stop you. Like as someone with OCD, I don't like motherfuckers touching my stuff, and I really hate having them dig through my bag and stuff. And so once those started popping up, I was very grateful because it just keeps the line moving.
What about you, Sam? High point moments for you.
I have a couple that come to mind. One being, I never do the celebrity thing really at cons. Maybe like one or a year, and this was my year of the Punisher, and so I went to Washington Summer Con, which is a little south of Seattle. It's kind of a hidden treasure up there, and I've gone to it several times now, and I went up and met John Bernthal, and that was really, really cool.
Hold up. I know you was about to sneak some stuff off. Hold on.
Yeah, so I had him sign my Punisher Max #1, and another one that got smudged because I was like, "Oh, can you hold him up for the picture?" and he kind of stacks the two on top of each other, and they got all smudged, and I was like, shit, dude, he fucked it up. And they're like, here, go through and grab an 8x10. I was like, all right, that's cool. That was really cool. He was really nice. But the other thing that's different for my collecting and ongoing experiences here was that I got to work with comic sketch art and be on the other side of the table for the first time. And that was really cool. I only got to do 2 shows with them. I hope I get to do more, but I did Fan Expo Portland and MegaCon Orlando, and it was really cool because I never knew who I was going to work with, and I would just show up and they're like, oh, you're with these artists. I'm like, all right. And so I would just meet these guys, and like Sue Lee and Benjamin Percy and Travis Mercer and so many of these people. We just hit it off. Mark Guggenheim, had a really good time chatting with these guys, and now, like, Ben Percy is probably my most read author this year, and so that was really cool, just for like meeting people and being exposed to different people that I wasn't familiar with their work yet. Normally their work and then you go to meet the person, and
Yeah.
it was backwards for me this year. So that was pretty cool. Of like, oh, this is a cool guy. I'm gonna look into his stuff.
So did that experience fuel your fandom, or did it kind of burn you out a little bit?
No. In fact, I had such a great time. I wound up doing my first 2 shows 2 weeks apart, and I was like, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna be going, like, not every weekend, but like every month I'll be going to shows, and I told my wife, I was like, man, what if I get to go to like 10 shows this year, or like, that was my goal. And then I think maybe they just have more people than they need or something, because I'd be like, hey, what about Emerald City? Hey, what about WonderCon? And then I wouldn't hear anything, because they got more experienced people that I don't know if they get dibs or what, but yeah, I'm hoping that I get to go and do more of those. But I'm still going to keep going as a fan, because that's what we're here for in the first place. I'm not going to only go, like sometimes we'll get a press pass to go and cover it, and sometimes, I might get a vendor pass to go and work it. And that's been pretty cool. But my 2026, I'm already gearing up to just keep buying tickets, showing up like everybody else, and just continue being a fan and a collector, because as much as I like the other perks and I hope to keep doing them and enjoying them, I'm there like everyone else for the same reason.
All right, man.
So like Sam was saying about like meeting the people and then getting like more into their work and everything. If you watched our Frank Whiteley interview, you've heard that he was teaching down in San Diego, and I think that was one of my coolest experiences. So like just going to each event that he was going to, like the public events that was at San Diego, and then like the last event, like he was at the Skirball. He was supposed to be at the Skirball, and they canceled that event, and he was like, "Oh, just come up and we'll go see it." And then it was just hanging out with Frank and him going through the Skirball, talking about Jack Kirby and everything. So I think that was a cool event. But like each time, like I'd see him, I'd be like, "Okay, let me read We 3 now, and let me read his run with Grant Morrison on New X-Men." I'm like, "Damn, this is some good shit." So like it was cool. Like each time, just been like, "Oh." Like just rereading like some of his stuff and getting more familiar with his work and everything,
Yeah, I found it kind of took me out of my box a little bit of like, the path I was on of what I was reading and what I was familiar with. It kind of turned me on to like, oh, he did this. Oh, and he did that. Okay, that's cool. And then while you're doing that, you're learning the other artists that he worked with that maybe they're not over at DC all the time. And it's like, oh, okay. Right. And now I'm kind of in Marvel territory. I'm picking up some different stuff. And for me, I'm really, really happy with where 2025 has taken me as a reader, because I feel more invigorated and excited to be buying comics than maybe ever, because I'm continuing to get exposed to new people and characters that I've always liked but maybe never really jumped into.
Sam, do you have a reading order where it's like, okay, I got to read this in order to read that, and then I got to read this, and then that? Because I broke my reading order because
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I got to put this because I want to read this before I like see this guy and everything. So were you breaking?
I do. A good example is, so I worked with Dan Slott, and then I worked with Mark Guggenheim, and they had both worked on Spider-Man in the Brand New Day era.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, I feel like the best way to catch up on this stuff, I'm gonna start buying omnibus formats.
Yeah.
And so I got Brand New Day, but everyone was like, you have to read the Straczynski run first that leads into it, you know. And I was like, okay, cool, great. Well, volume 1 is sold out of print, hard to find, very expensive. So I tracked down volume 2, and then they're just sitting on my shelf. I'm like, all right, I'll read other stuff until I find that volume 1. And then I find that volume 1, and you know, these books are fucking long, you know, like 1,000 pages. And so I'll be working my way through an omnibus, and then I'll be like, all right, but I got this little 6-issue Punisher title, or I got this little, you know, 5-issue Batman title, you know, and so I'll kind of break up the big ones by sneaking in some shorter ones, because I don't want it to feel like a chore to get like, oh my god, I got so many more issues to get through with this one series, you know.
Well, I gotta say, man, last year was crazy. I was telling Mark this earlier. Like last year was a lot of firsts, lots of, you know, traveling around, going to the East Coast for the first time, going to a lot of shows for the first time. This year it was a lot of the same. Well, not the same, not for the first time, but going back to some of the shows that I went to last year. But then it was more kind of getting ingratiated with the community more. So, you know, doing things on other people's live streams, inviting people on our live stream, just overall promoting more self-published creators and making a concerted effort to make sure to get the word out on comics on that level. But come on, for me, I mean, we've been doing interviews every Thursday for all 52 weeks. So that was a goal of ours at the beginning of the year, was to not miss a single week, and we achieved that. So that's a highlight goal for me for sure.
Dude, that's can we just pause to acknowledge that, everyone? Like, I've run an interview podcast, and the scheduling of it, like the off-screen production of that, trying to keep it on time is so difficult. So I have so much respect for keeping that schedule all year. That is so impressive. So like, everyone at home, fucking give a hand, man. That's
thank you, man.
Thank you, Sam.
You don't realize that is hard to do.
Hard to do for a whole year without missing a beat. I've never done it before, and you know, I've been doing this for a few years now across different channels. But yeah, never done before. And then, you know, I gotta say, if I had to, you know, think about my highlights, some things that have happened to me and to us that I never thought was going to happen, at least not this soon. Well, one is I got to interview my favorite writer of all time, Jeff Johns, this year. That was the first interview of 2025. I mean, you know, kicking it off with, you know, in my opinion, the GOAT, you know, and I know that's all subjective, but
the rest was all downhill after that. Started off at the peak of the mountain.
I thought it was going to be all downhill, and then freaking Todd McFarlane shows up. Okay, and then I'm like, damn, you know. I mean, I was like, this is crazy, Todd McFarlane. Like, and then I thought, like, because normally, you know, people ask, like, Mike, why you don't show your face during the interviews and stuff? I'm like, man, I wanted to be about them and not about me, you know. And so, and I kept it that way. And for the first time ever, I was like, man, this is my Todd interview, man. I'm gonna show my face, man. I'm gonna show my face, right? And I was like, nah. I was like, no. I was like, this is crazy. Like, getting Todd, he's in this window like everybody else, and wow, I can't believe, you know, we're producing Todd like, you know, like everybody else, and I can't believe he's you know, part of the production schedule. I thought that was crazy, and then, you know, a lot of things started with Jeff Loeb for me, with my readership, Long Halloween, Hush, Superman, Batman, Public Enemies.
Oh yeah.
A lot of his Superman stuff he did with Ed McGuinness before that. The stuff he did, the Supergirl run he did with Michael Turner blew me away. To be able to have such a candid interview with Jeff Loeb, and for him to validate what we were thinking about with the whole Hush sequel, and him pretty much throwing Jim under the bus. And I mean, he even in his own way mentioned that he caught feelings that all the covers he was doing during the whole Superman, promotion during the summer, and he's seeing Jim was doing all these, Superman covers and all this stuff. He was like, wait a minute, man, we still got Hush pages, for him to like say that, openly and not care, and to say that, they made a bet, $100 bet that Jim couldn't finish Hush 1, like years ago, and the $100 was stuck on the wall, like stuff like that. When we were talking about, months ago, and I think you were on one of those shows, Sam, where we were talking about how Volume 3 of Batman was ending, or it hasn't ended, but then we still have Volume 4 starting.
Hasn't ended.
It still hasn't ended to this day, right?
That was like 6 months ago. It still hasn't ended.
It still hasn't ended, dude. And so to hear him have the same point of view about that as we did 6 months ago, I thought that was refreshing. And then just for the Spider-Man heads, I'm not a big Spider-Man guy, but newsflash, Spider-Man is a popular character, right? and Mark Bagley, you don't get bigger than bags. You got Todd McFarlane and the bags, right? For Spider-Man greats, and he continues to reinvent himself. And for this to be one of our most watched interviews ever. This one blew me away. I didn't think this one was gonna be like I think it's the most viewed. I think it's the most viewed video.
It's Mark Bagley, man, and that thumbnail's hot, man.
What am I sleeping on? Obviously I know. I read all of his Ultimate Spider-Man stuff, but I didn't know. I didn't think he was gonna be the most watched show. I didn't think he was gonna eclipse Todd. So that's letting me know that's freaking Spider-Man, dude. That Spider-Man factor. And then, okay, so it was really this, guys. It was, okay, we got Jeff Johns. I reached the zenith, right? And then we get Todd McFarlane. But then I was like, dude, and then Marv Wolfman?
Yeah.
I was like, so this was all around. We had Todd McFarlane and then Marv Wolfman like the next week, or I don't know if it was reverse or not, but I can't believe any of this shit happened. You know what I mean? And I could have mentioned, who do we have? Mark Silvestri and Eric Larson and, all of these crazy guys. But Marv Wolfman, Old Man Marv is what I call him. And to have him on this channel is crazy. And then Frank Quitely, man. Okay, so I finally... Okay, now I get it now. I get it now. So it's Quitely. I used to call him Quietly, Quittily. I didn't know how to pronounce this fool's name. And he was like, no, it's Quitely. It's like, quite frankly, but Frank Quitely. I'm like, no, I didn't get that shit, bro. I did not get it. Okay, so 20 years ago, I didn't get it. You have to explain it to me right now, bro. But I got it now. And to end the year off with him, and this actually is... this kind of catapulted us, a little bit more too. I gotta say that these are my highlights right here. I would have to say, Jeff Johns, then the Todd McFarlane, Old Man Marv, Jeff Loeb.
Who's the favorite though, man?
The favorite interview of all of these guys?
Who's number one out of those?
Who's number one out of all these guys?
Out of all of them.
That's tough. I gotta go Todd, bro. I gotta go Todd. Like, you gotta go. And then I gotta think too. That one interview, I think we got the most engagement as far as comments, as far as people. I mean, there's a dude that wrote like a whole journal entry up in there, bro. I was like, whoa, okay,
Got some
cool.
new followers from that too,
Yeah, a whole mess. And so
I love
I gotta
Marvel,
say,
man.
Todd, man, Todd, and then the fact that he promoted it, his team promoted the interview as well. So yeah, I really thought that they went the extra mile to hook us up. So I gotta go Todd number one. What about you, Mark?
Dude, I don't know. I think we're so lucky to have Marv on the channel, and I think Marv is a comic book treasure, and just his whole run with the Teen Titans, and then doing. I'm telling you, Crisis on Infinite Earths is a big shift in comics. I think, and so I think that was like one of the first books I ever read. Like, and that's a terrible place to start. Reading
That's true. That is true.
Reading Crisis on Infinite Earths. I just read it because I was like, so many people talk about it and everything, and I was like, I gotta read this thing. So, yeah, but
Gio, I gotta shout out Gio the Great, man. This is my whatnot homie right here, dude. Hey, man, Gio the Great, man. He's been holding it down, man. Hey, much love to Gio the Great. And SCG, man. He's supposed to be here. What? He's supposed to be here.
Someday we'll be complete with SCG.
Love you, SCG. But yeah, okay, so before we move on, I do have to ask, any weird moments or crazy, anomaly things that happen, like like comic book X-Files type shit, like you got hooked up rando or something crazy happened, you were taking a piss, and then next thing you know, you came out, you ran into Frank Miller, he signed 6 free, out the restroom. Anything crazy, you've been harassed by a bunch of people at a con or something like that.
Yeah, I was harassed a little bit. A little bit of Baltimore. So for those of you who don't know, Baltimore Comic-Con, exactly, had on the same street, had the Baltimore City Marathon and the No Kings protest at the same time.
Oh,
on the street in
and
front
you're
of
wearing the
convention
crown.
center. I was wearing it, and I'm cutting through I got my bag with me, and I'm pulling on wheels, and I'm like, oh, excuse me, and I'm coming up from behind it, so I don't see the protest coming up behind it. I thought they were watching the marathon because there's a bunch of families and spectators, so I thought that they were part of the marathon. I didn't know it was a No Kings protest. I had no clue. So I just cut through the protest, just like, oh, just like this, like, oh, excuse me, cutting the front of the line here. And like, everyone's just like bumping me, like shoulder checking me or whatever. And I was just like, oh, excuse you, man. Like,
fuck you.
What's your problem?
At least it's not a red hat, At least it's not a red
hat. It could have been worse.
Oh, man. You could have been an actual real dignitary from another country, dude. That's crazy.
It was unique. It was pretty unique. Never had that experience before. But I told that story to Mark Wade, and I thought he was gonna, fall out of his chair. He thought it was great. SCG was there when I told the story to Mr. Wade. He thought it was really funny. But other than that, the only cool thing a cool thing came out of it. I got stuck in the Denise Richards line, and they screwed up the line. I ended up being in there for 3 hours because they couldn't manage it, and they admitted they were wrong. So as a, I'm sorry, I got a free selfie with Denise Richards.
Nice.
And then a week later, she got divorced. I'm not saying that they're related, but all I'm saying is it can't be ruled out at this time.
I mean, I can see it, man. Husband jealous. What, you taking pictures with kings and shit now? What the hell?
Yeah. Only the signature king?
Yeah, it was just incredible timing. It's funny because the next day, or it's like a week later or whatever, like she canceled all the rest of her 2025 and 2026 appearances, and then they had this big blow up on TMZ about a divorce. It's like, bro, I was right there. It was wild.
That's lucky, man, because I got to meet Bernthal, and then his next appearance got canceled, and on top of that, Deborah Wool was supposed to be there. She canceled. Vincent D'Onofrio and Charlie Cox both cut theirs short. John was the only guy that stayed the whole time, and he just went like straight from the set to the airport, and then straight from the con back to the airport, back to the set.
Legit.
Cool. Very cool.
All right. So no one ran into anything. I mean, Mark, I gotta speak for you. You were at the freaking Superman red carpet, man. That's like,
Yeah, but I don't think that's a weird. I don't think that's weird. I think.
Okay. Who?
Well,
Raise your hand. We went to red carpet this year, guys.
It's exciting, is what it is. Come on.
Yeah, it was a very cool event. I don't think it was like weird that I went to. I signed up for it.
I said anomaly. I said weird. It could be anything. It could be anything. You know,
What
random.
was weird was running into Rob Liefeld and who writes Invincible again? Robert Kirkman and Ghirardelli's at San Diego Comic-Con, because that's their like go-to place.
Oh, nice.
Just
Now everyone's gonna hang out there with their
you heard
books,
it here.
just waiting outside.
and then I didn't have any Todd signings, and then I kept on running into Todd like at San Diego Comic-Con, like on the street and everything, like with his wife. Like those are weird. I think those are weird things. Well, I guess maybe it's not that weird since it's San Diego, but the red carpet, yeah, that was very cool event. Like, I hope I get tickets for the Supergirl one, and I hope I keep on going back and we keep on covering that. Hopefully, we get.
I
press
thought that was
passes for that.
awesome.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really
that
cool.
was. I thought that was awesome. Another highlight for me was we had a Six Layer booth at a convention this year for the first time, and I had the pleasure of interviewing anybody I wanted, you know, and that included Kevin Eastman. So I had a sit down interview with all the Six Layers, branding and all that stuff, you know, interviewing the legend Kevin Eastman, but a lot of other people. It was like, I think 15 interviews that day.
Wow.
It was an editing nightmare, but I got it done. I did it all in a week. It killed me, but I did it. But that was great. And that gave me the confidence to do other things that we're going to be doing in public space moving forward in 2026. So I really think that was a big benchmark for me as well. You know, I just said, hey, I asked the dude at the Memphis Comic Expo, I was like, hey, like, let us be the media partner. He was like, sure. I was like, really? He's like, yeah. I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. And boom, and you know, bought a booth and did the whole thing. And so yeah, so we're gonna be using that thing hopefully a lot next year, doing interviews and stuff like that. So I think that was a big goal that I didn't think was even there to unlock, you know. So that was cool. Okay. You have something to say, Mark?
I was just gonna say, see, man, that's not weird, man. That's part of our evolvement. That's us moving up. That's
Evolution.
yeah, evolution. Yeah, I'm making up words and shit. Too much Pokemon.
I love it. All right, so
Can I?
go ahead.
Before we leave the best of 2025, can we just acknowledge Tony's massive room makeover? Because that,
Yes.
I was
I mean,
gonna ask him.
honestly, that was pretty crazy. It looks good.
It still got a lot of ways to go, but man, you know what? One thing that I wish I would have done sooner was watch it. Like, I just went on this binge recently about everyone else's room tours, including yours. I watched yours too, or your latest one, I should say.
Yeah, from the beginning of the year.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, that person had something cool. That guy had something cool. That guy's like, why didn't I do this before? So now I'm going back and I'm making some changes. There's some people, I'm not going to spoil it, like had these incredible comic book file cabinets that I also have. And just the way they incorporated it, like, damn, like I should have done that. Like, that is so cool. Why didn't I think of doing something like that? So now I'm going back and I'm just like making these changes, but it's
I've
still a
done
work
the
in
same
progress.
thing. You know, you watch those videos and it's like, oh, wait, so they built bookshelves like under their Detolf display cases. I'm like, that's cool. And so like I went talked to my stepdad, you know, he's a crafty guy, woodsman guy, and then I was like, hey, take a look at these pictures. Do you think we could build some shelves, you know, and raise up? And we like got some fucking like ratchet straps and hand trucks, and we like pulleyed these motherfuckers, these glass cases up in the fucking air and put them on these cases. And now like it was taking up so much space in the room, you know, on the wall. And now it's like all the deluxe, and it's tall enough for absolute editions and all that, you know, cool stuff. So now I got all the books tucked away down there, and I'm like, oh hell yeah! And it raises the figures up, so there's not like a row that's kind of down on the ground, and you can't really see them that well, And so I just got that idea from watching somebody else's room tour. I think it was like, what are they called? Jedi Knights. They do 6 scale figures and stuff. But I see little things like that, and I think we all kind of borrow the best little bits from different collectors, inspire each other like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's true.
You just made me think of something too before we move on, Sam. And this is back at you, Tony. You're kind of like a sensation on IG. I need to know who the hell is running this account on IG called Jedi Farce.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen this where they like there's like these animations of Signature King with Harley Quinn and like these AI shorts? They're Jedi Farce.
Oh yeah,
on IG.
If I see AI, I turn it off. So,
but I'm trying to figure out who the hell it is. I'm like, dude,
he's been in the community a while.
So it's not you?
It's not me. It's not. Trust me, it is not me. It is not me. But
it's Mark's burner account.
He's been in the community a while. You see him lurking in the chat a lot. I think he does a little bit of everything in terms of content. I think he does a little bit of everything. Like, yeah, he likes comic books and stuff like that, but I think he does a lot of. I think he's.
But it's like there's like if you go on his account, there's like a lot of shit with you. So did he say, "Is it cool if I use you"?
No.
Like that's what's crazy about. I'm like, bro, like this dude is like got you all, hooked up with Harley. Huh?
Yeah, he's in a big group chat with me. So.
Oh, okay. So yeah, at least y'all know. I'm like, dude, this is good. There's a cartoon of you. I'm like, okay, this is Tony. Tony's branching out.
Boy, listen, let me tell you what. You give some of these cats, a little bit of a doorway to come through, and here they come with their wrecking ball and just make it into a cave.
Kick in the door, wave in the 4-4. Jesus.
Yeah. Right.
Wow. Okay, so I thought that was your alter ego, Tony. I did not
Absolutely
know.
Absolutely not. No, I'm not affiliated. The only affiliation I have with it is on the subject. Nope.
That is crazy. All right, guys. So this is the year-end bash. We are going over our 2025 highlights, and we're also talking about Stash Awards, okay? Which brings us to our first category of Writer of the Year. Okay. We got Writer of the Year, and this one, Stash fam. So basically, we had these in the stories on the Six Layers page and the Stash Wars page, and I just tallied up from both accounts to get the overall. This one here was not close, guys, and the winner. So this is the Writer of the Year, Scott Snyder. Obviously, you can say Absolute Batman, but you can say the father of the Absolute Universe itself, right? And pretty much, I just have to say one thing about Scott Snyder. Kind of under our noses, he created a wing of DC where he could curate his own talent to tell his own stories. And he kind of did that just kind of under everybody's noses and created the most popular brand in the majors over the past couple of years. So I got to give him props. He's probably created the closest thing to the Dick Giordano, Denny O'Neil age of the 80s with this Absolute line, with his curation of talent, and then also bringing in the brainstorming of the Absolute Universe, collaborations with other talent. And then you got Daniel Warren Johnson, who's probably overall, pound for pound, the most popular comic creator across the board. I mean, what he did with Transformers, revitalized the brand with the Energon universe. I mean, that Absolute Batman annual is still smoking right now.
Yeah.
That he did. And then, I mean, James Tynion the fourth. I mean, he could be in this lineup every flipping year because of just the diverse resume that he has. And so yes, that's my take. Just check the comments. Oh, I'm gonna talk about that. Hey, SEG. I already sent that shit back, man. That shit's already sent back. I already sent that back to where it came from. I don't even have it no more. But anyway, back to this. So the winner, we have Scott Snyder, Daniel Warren Johnson, and James Tynan, the fourth writer of the year. The winner is, what do you guys think is the winner?
I'm gonna say Scott Snyder.
I think it's Snyder's year, man.
And you are right. Okay, guys, Scott Snyder won. Did the Stash fam get this right? The floor is whoever's.
He deserves it, man.
Absolutely.
Just absolutely with the just
Shut up.
just like the creator movement, like him pushing creators in DC, and DC's I think they're top dog right now, just probably because what he's doing right now.
I think what's interesting is that a lot of, like Tynan, for example, a lot of the bigger names have kind of gone off and started their Tiny Onion, started their distillery, started their own little imprints, and talking about Ghost Machine and some of these other ones. And it's surprising to see that Snyder stayed the course and just totally reinvented everything again, which I don't know how many times at this point he's done that.
Right.
And to have it pay off on that level is surprising, honestly.
I think Scott Snyder is one of the nicest people you'll meet in all of comics. I think he has a vivid imagination. But I gotta say, I've probably been one of the biggest Scott Snyder critics prior to the Absolute. And I came into this very skeptical. I was like, dude, they did this already with the All-Star. This shit, it didn't work. And boy, was I wrong. Not just with Absolute Batman, but there's other titles under this imprint that is just fantastic. And matter of fact, Absolute Batman is not even my favorite title of the Absolute run. And so, but you got to give Scott Snyder all the credit for not only having the vision to execute this, but like I said, man, over and over and over again, the best way to tell superhero comics is with the think tank. I mean, there's no wonder why the 80s was the best year of comic book writing, because of all the collaborations that were going on across the line with the editing, with the writers and the artists all weighing in. And the Absolute initiative itself is one big example of that right now. And we're seeing numbers in the superhero genre like we haven't seen in some years. I would say since like the Blackest Night era. Like we haven't seen this kind of excitement with DC since Blackest Night. And that's saying a lot. All right, guys, we're moving on with topic 2. We're talking about our stash highlights, man. And this is kind of what I've been waiting on. All 4 of us, we have very distinct tastes. What I love about what we all do with our collections, we curate it. We have goals. We target our con visits based on our missions, right? We evaluate the con based on how did the con serve our missions, right? And so here we are. We're at the bottom of the year. How did the year shake out? So before we even go into the particulars, and I'll talk about how we're going to do it in a second, but just, starting with you, Mark, how did 2025 treat your collection?
Hurt my wallet, man. Shit. So for the collection, it's good. For my wallet, it's bad. But just, I usually get I'm usually able to get everything that I can get. I'm happy with my collection. I'm not getting like Jim Lee pages and shit, Like I know that's like unfathomable. That's
He says with the Jim Lee over his shoulder in the frame.
pages.
I know what
Jim Lee
you said. I
pages.
know.
Hey, you have a Jim Lee too on the buck slip, right? That's
Hey.
I actually sold it and got 3 more.
see now
Sorry.
you have a few, man.
My
But
bad.
Oh God, that
But-
was funny. That was the funniest shit ever. He goes as the hush is hovering over his shoulder like the angel. You know, that's
the devil, the devil talking, man.
He is
But-
a villain. It's true. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm happy with everything that I've gotten this year, man. I'm not like, damn, I missed out on anything. So I'm very happy with my collection.
What about you, Tony? How did 2025 treat your collection?
Good. I would, if I had to give it a letter grade, it would be a solid A. You know,
Letter grade. There we go.
I got everything I wanted and a few cherries on top of my sundae. So,
Yeah.
So it was good to me. I'm very, very fortunate, and looking forward to the new year. So, but with that being said, I couldn't do it without, tip of the crown to the queen of my kingdom here, who lets me have my space, lets me do my own thing. So once I said, hey, our little back basement apartment, it's mine now. She's like, yeah, okay. I'm like, oh, I was ready to I had talking points. I was going to sell it, and you bought it right away. So
I made a
and-
PowerPoint presentation.
yeah, right.
And
I
everything.
amped myself up for this.
And you
I
just
don't
said
have to
yes?
anymore, so, yeah, like, okay. So that was fun. So
You want to hear the
Um,
pitch anyway?
yeah, let me give you the pitch anyway. But yeah, it's looking good. So very, very fortunate. A+. I'm gonna give it
A plus. All right, what's your letter grade, Mark? Since he's doing letter grades.
Yeah. Is S above A or is
S
it-
tier. Yeah,
That's
S
that's
tier,
some
yeah.
fucking Reddit shit.
Is it S? Is it S like satisfactory? That's like
It's A. Yeah, A.
okay. Okay. All right, Sammy. What about you?
Yeah, man, I had a good year. Like I said, I started with the back-to-back cons that I was working, and so I had anticipated there was going to be a lot more, and I would actually get to go more than ever. But it was about the same, maybe a little less. I think I went to 4 or 5 shows this year. This was a trickier year for. I wound up with like a number of kind of I don't know, side jobs, and I got laid off at the beginning of the year basically. And so I've been a cab driver, I've been event staff, I've been like all these different things trying to just trying to keep afloat. And so I just looked the other night and counted all this year's art on my wall, and I was like, oh, that is like a third of my income this year. That is probably not a good idea. So I didn't lose out much in terms of gains for the collection, but I should have. So it's been a little harder to recover from each one, I'll tell you that. So it's definitely been a good year. I got some amazing, best of the entire collection pieces, but it's just been a little tighter on
But when there's a will, there's a way, right? Whenever there's the turbulence or there's restrictions, whatever, we may have to go quality over quantity, right? Do less frequent or whatever, and then so we just kind of reshape our goal, right?
Yeah.
And then it makes it sometimes more attainable, or actually higher degree of difficulty, because if you got less opportunities, right?
Right.
Higher chance to get rejected, higher chance for competition, and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm.
And I kind of pivoted my approach this year because of that. I was like, oh, well, I thought I was going to be going to this show and that show, whatever. I'm like, well, I guess since I won't be doing that, I was like, why don't I start supporting some of these creators that I follow online? We've known each other for a few years at this point, but they don't really go to conventions, and you kind of just got to buy direct, and so I kind of changed the way that I was you were talking about all the preparation that we do. I mean, talk about Batman and prep time. Collecting, that's what it is. And so my strategy shifted to like, well, I've been talking to Dennis Baptiste for years. I'm gonna have him do a Jack Nicholson piece for me, and like I've been talking to Tilly's Technique forever, and so I bought a Catwoman that he had pre-done, and then I commissioned an X-23, and so like I've been hitting up the smaller creators that like they're part of this community, and I love what they do. I just don't budget for them because I'm budgeting for shows, not for pieces necessarily. It's like, oh, who's at that con? Who can I get at that con? And then I'm wiped out. And so it was kind of cool actually being able to get some more art directly from, these amazing talented people that are kind of just in the DIY sector,
Yeah, man. I gotta say this year, like, I'm glad you asked that. Yeah, I've been looking, just going back to SCG. I got my first Jim Lee original page, the most I ever paid for a single page. And that's what he's saying here. And I've been looking, trying to find where the hell is he. Are you keeping it on the low, man? You got it on your cab page? Show me what's up, bro. Like, what's going on? And that's why Mark here is asking, what page, Jason? What up, man? Let us know. Is it a Hush page? Is it the X-Men page? Like, did you find some like Jim Lee Valiant, variant cover from back in the day or something? Let me know, because I know you have a see, I knew it.
I knew it. Smith.
Deathmate prologue page, pencil by Barry Windsor Smith and ink by Jim Lee. That's pretty. See, I knew it, man. I knew it was gonna be some run of the mill bullshit. I knew it was gonna be some, some caviar with linguine shit. You know what I mean? Like, because that's how he does it. You know what I mean? Gotta have the caviar and gotta have the linguine right there, right next to it. You got Barry Windsor Smith and ink on Jim Lee. That's crazy. I now I have to see it now. I gotta see what that looks like. Man. Like Barry Windsor Smith and Jim Lee. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. This year for me, definite A. I think, as you kind of alluded to, Sam, every year has its kind of difficulty settings, right? And so you just kind of adjust accordingly. And then whatever your game plan is for that year, that's what I gauge it off of. I don't really gauge it off the previous year because every year is different. Hey, yeah. I remember, Jim Lee, I got a Jim Lee sketch for $20. I had to buy 4 boxes of Girl Scout cookies from his daughter, and I got a sketch, and my son got a sketch.
Wow.
Did that shit ever happen again? No, right? So it's like, and fools actually have the nerve, like, yeah, man, next year, I can't wait for next year Girl Scout cookies. I'm like, man, that fool ain't doing this shit again. Yeah. Get out of here. You know what I mean? So every year has its own life, right? And then what you get out of it, you get out of it. And then the next year, you reset, you recalibrate, and you see what you can do, right? And here we are. We're looking at where the dust settles. For me, I try to make every year A, right? I go in, okay, this is what I'm going to do this year. And then within the first couple months, I'll know if it's doable or not, right? Monetarily or opportunistically, right? So last year, I got a bunch of stuff getting ready to do the whatnot and all that stuff, getting ready for the things that I do, every Tuesday, Thursday. But last year was like fun, like curating stuff for that, right? And then getting cool stuff along the way. This year, I kind of realized like where I want to go with some of things. Like I've been buying art more, right? So signatures, it's almost it could be a money game, or it could be a chance game, or it could be both. When you do things like us, it's like, okay, I want to get this many tots, this many this many that. I don't know how it's going to happen. May the force be with me, right? I'm not the type of person where I'm going in like, oh, okay, I got like $300 budget that I'm going to just give Jim Lee off the rip. Never. Like, no. I think, okay, what are Jim Lee's free ops? Can I make it? Can I make some shit happen? So like there's all these different plays that I have for every single thing. And the point that I'm getting to is the fact that this year I kind of went more quality over quantity. Last year I had over 1,006. Okay.
Yeah, dude, that blew my fucking mind when you
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah, I had over 1,006 last year.
You
So,
had us guess, and I was just shocked by that. Yeah.
yeah, that was the most for me ever in my life. But I've reached close to that number before, and but last year was just like, oh, okay, I did it. I was getting pieces, doing all of that, and so this year things kind of went my way, and so now, like as far as art, I've been getting sketch cards on a 6-layer sketch cards this year. That's been cool. And then also sketch covers, so I got a couple, I'm not like you, Sam. Like I don't have the know-how to get in the circuit yet, but if I can get the low-hanging fruit with the cool artist, I'll try to get it. That's been kind of my thing. And I got lucky this year. But I do dabble in moonlight as a published art collector. And so I just wanted to share kind of honorable mention, couple pieces that I thought were cool.
Oh, we're doing honorable mentions.
Oh yeah, come on, man. This is Stash Wars, bro. This is my only Joker page that I will ever get. And I think that,
oh my God.
Yeah, I love this. You got the Joker, look, you're getting Joker getting bombed on, and the Joker spitting on Batman. I couldn't ask for a better page featuring the Joker. This is from Detective Comics 1008. Yeah, so this was like I think the first joint I got this year. And then we're gonna be doing some cool film projects over the next couple years. One's gonna be revolving around this series. This is from Green Lantern #1. This is the only time ever in comic book history Sinestro says the oath, and he's saying it as a prisoner. And so I love this page. This is a splash page, Sinestro. This is Green Lantern #1. So now I have a Green Lantern #1 page and a Batman #1 page, and so those are my two favorite titles ever. This is issue 1 of the New 52. And this is when Sinestro was the Green Lantern for a little bit. And then the only Marvel joint ever, and I'm going to keep it that way. And Sam, you was here for this.
You say that now.
This is hard to top, man. This is Predator versus Wolverine.
Ken Lashley.
Ken Lashley. And then you were working the Benjamin Percy table. You told me that Benjamin Percy did this because I didn't know.
He fucking wrote that. And
I was like, bam. So I got Ken Sig on this and Benjamin Percy Sig on this same day. This is history here, guys. This is the first Marvel Predator crossover series, and and it's Wolverine, man. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong, dude. What's going on? Stop. Yeah, see. This is why I didn't post this on CAF, just for that. So I don't get the accusations that I'm being a Marvel guy. That's why I said this is the only ever and the only person that could get me to even think about Marvel is Ken Lashley. So this is Wolverine, and then the fact that he has the Predator mask and he's using it as bait at the top, like what? Let's do this, I love this page. Yeah, this was great.
That's awesome.
This was definite honorable mention. So I did have to show these. And okay, so with that said, let's talk about this, guys. We're gonna alternate.
So we do honorable mentions now. What's up?
You can do honorable mentions too, of course, bro.
I grabbed some shit while you had that up there,
Okay, yeah, hey, I'm all for it, man. I want to see it. I put a limit on you guys. I know you guys are gonna put a limit on yourself,
right?
Because you guys are gonna show other shit on y'all stuff.
Well, I think I actually limited it on my own channel because I was gonna do this here, but I I last couple of years I've got like probably roughly 25 commissions each year, and so it's like, how the fuck do I, I love them all. They're amazing, But if we're gonna do a couple quick ones, man.
Yeah, let me go ahead now.
Okay. So these are very different styles, but like you, I allowed myself to buy some Marvel stuff. Des Taylor with the Spidey sense. He's such a fucking clean inker. And look at this. This is the crazy part because I didn't ask for that. He just doubled up for me. Front and back. Peter and MJ. That blew my mind. I also got a Gwen Stacy from him. That's Des Taylor. This one is
Well, there you go. I had to add everybody to the stage so they can hear, so that you can hear them.
Did you lose me?
No, you were there the whole time.
I was there. Okay.
Yeah,
I can hear you guys now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Des Taylor with the Spidey sense and the MJ on the back. And then this one is Dennis Baptiste with the Jack Nicholson. I mentioned that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because
That's cool.
he does such amazing stuff on black paper. And whenever I get these blank black covers, I'm like, who the fuck? And so I sent one overseas and he sent it back, and it's just absolutely amazing. Now, we talked about Jim Lee. I'm going to show one later on. I think I showed this last year when it was Superman, but I sent it back in, and now it is Batman and Superman.
Oh,
ooh.
wow.
So I'm going to say...
And this is honorable mention?
That's exactly. I'm going to say I had a very good year because I didn't want to put Jim in the list twice, but this is going honorable. So...
That's honorable mention. That's crazy.
I don't know, man.
That's wild. Okay, so now we're getting started. So that's honorable mention. We saw some honorable mention. Tony, you want to throw some honorable mentions in there? I know you got some shit. You good?
I'm good. I won't do it.
Okay, here we go. Boom, there you go. The claw, what's up? The claw's in the house.
Yeah, it did.
Big Phil's in the house. What up?
Oh, and I should have mentioned Alex Sinclair, of course.
The Grady and General Alex Sinclair.
Yeah, because they both did the signing at CGC, so they did it at the same time.
All right, so Tony, you started off, man. Your first one. Now, you guys can do it in however order you want. Your best first, your best last, however you want to do it. I'm curious, man. So I'm about to blow you up.
So I'm going to pick this one to go first for a number of reasons. One, this person is from the area that I live in now. He no longer lives here. He lives overseas. But talking with this person for the first time, he signed a bunch of stuff for me. And he normally says he does charge for doubles. Like if you have a cool cover that they did and you have a couple of them, I mean, obviously you're going to flip one. So normally he charges that. He didn't charge me for the second one because it actually went into my state library, state archive.
Oh, cool.
That's a whole nother side project I'm helping with, but it's really cool. And this was their first published work, interiors and cover. So I went with the Joshua Middleton on the Superman.
I remember that back in the day.
First Thunder Shazam.
Very nice.
Yeah, super cool guy, big Shazam guy. And once I saw Joshua Middleton was going to be there,
That is dope.
I had to get him to sign as much as I could. And I'm sure I thought he was going to be expensive, and he's actually pretty reasonable. Wish I would have brought more, but the number one that he's ever done. Of course, I'm going to put that in the state archive. So
I want to read that.
So why not? So that's number one for me, Joshua Middleton.
I remember that. Okay, number one. Okay, so we go. So we start this off. Mark, I'm handing it to you because I'm curious. I'm curious to see. So we're doing we're doing our I'm sorry. Yeah, we're doing our best moments of the year, our stash highlights. We're gonna our stash highlights right here. There we go. Had the wrong graphic up. We're showing some of our bangers. So this should be the creme de la creme. Mark, I am curious what you got, dog.
So I'm kind of like Sam, I like sketches a lot. I like to go get like little sketches at the conventions and everything. But so I say little. So each time I show something, it's gonna size up. So this is my first one. I got a sketch
nice.
card
See, that's
from
cool. There you go.
Jose Ladrone, and his style's very like Kirby influence and everything. We're gonna have an interview that's coming out with him early this year. So
Hold it up a little closer. There we go. Ooh,
That's
I've never seen this. I've only seen this stuff in print. I've never seen it up close.
I think this one's like watercolor though. So I really like
hard,
this one.
huh?
And it's like a classic like Iron Man look and everything. I think that's the Mark IV armor and everything.
Oh,
So-
guys, speaking of that, hold on real quick while I have everybody here.
Oh, cool.
Guys, hashtag Stash Wars Live right now. We're going to be giving away sketch cards. Hashtag Stash Wars Live. We're giving away sketch cards tonight. And I'm going to show you guys some sketch cards in a little bit. 6-layer sketch cards. I've been collecting these all year long. And I'm going to finally give some of these away for the first time ever on YouTube. I've been giving them away in person at conventions, but put in your hashtag Stash Wars Live right now, and we're going to be giving away prizes later on tonight. So hashtag Stash Wars Live, and we'll be showing this again. Okay, so you bust out a sketch card from Jose Ladrone.
Yeah.
We got a Joshua Middleton sig, and then now we're official now, Sam. What you got?
Sir. All right, this is from my first con of the year at Fan Expo Portland. I had met Dawn McTague at Dallas last year, and she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I only take commissions from my mailing list because she does such a limited number of them." And so I got on that mailing list. I waited 6 months. She came to Portland, and I got this incredible Zatanna.
Oof.
Ooh,
Dawn is amazing. She talked to me about, I was like, dude, you went above and beyond with all this. And this is her cheapest tier. She has two, like
That's the cheap tier.
yeah, this is a half face because she'll have a female character with like the hair in front of the face. But she added all the sparkle and all the other stuff. And then she'll have a bust tier. And she always goes to town on these and wants her fans to feel like that they are getting the most for their money. And I was like, dude, you're fucking like, you're not charging enough for what you're doing. This is insane. And like on the wall, this pops. Just like the color, the size of the face, and all of that. Like on the wall, this is one of the best looking books in my collection. And it was a steal.
Beautiful.
wow. There we go. All righty. Okay, so for me, guys, this first one, I'm retiring a book, guys. This book is my most signed book in my collection. And I hope to break the record on this, but for this particular book, I have to lay it to rest because you start running the risk of it getting bastardized, and I don't want that to happen. And so I wanted to make sure that once I brought it to New York Comic Con this year, this artist I've been chasing for a while, I finally got a chance to meet him, and he was the last signature for this book. And this is my Detective Comics 1000 Midnight variant.
Wow.
I believe this is 29 times signed, guys. This is my pride and joy here. I could recognize every signature on this, from Kelly Jones, Amanda Connor, Brian Michael Bendis, Jonathan Galapian, Tony Daniel, Becky Cloonan. Alex Maleev is the last signature on this.
Nice.
Dustin Wynn. David Barron was the first signature on this. The day this came out back in 2019, he's the first person to sign this book. He's on the bottom. Scott Williams, Alice Sinclair, Jason Fabok.
Is that
Peter
Raphael Albuquerque?
Raphael Albuquerque is on this, I think.
Above the barcode there.
Above the barcode. That's that's Dustin Wynn.
Dustin Wynn, yeah.
But
Then,
the silver one above. Yeah. I don't know.
the silver one above, that's Jonathan Glapian.
Clapping.
Oh, that's Glapian. Okay.
That's Glapian, yep. Then we got Alice Malieve, James Tynion the fourth, Jason Fabok, I said, Steve Epting, Jeff Johns, Neil Adams, Dan DiDio, Alvaro Martinez Bueno, Greg Capullo, Scott Snyder, Doug Menke, Brad Anderson, Kevin Smith, Jim Lee, Joel Jones, Tony Daniel, Tom King. Jeez. In a partridge in a pear tree.
Do you need anyone else? Who's missing?
No, I'm not. Well, there's still plenty I'm missing, but look, dude. This is it, man. Like, where am I gonna fit them?
You're gonna have to resurrect Brayfogle to make this any cooler, you know.
Man, so this is a, one of my favorite. This is one of a kind. You're not gonna find any Detective Comics like this, guys. This is when I talk about Six Slaying. This is what I'm talking about here, guys. This is what I'm talking about here. This is my most signed book ever, and I had to put it to rest. And in honor of this book, I got Mike from Boys to Men to sing "It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday." Come on, I'm messing with you. So yes, all right. We are talking about our highlights here, guys. And I started this bad boy the day it came out, GL. So
Wow.
Whenever Detective Comics 1000 came out, there was a signing in Valencia, California. It was Brave New World, and that was the first time I met David Barron. And then I looked up his career, and I was like, "Holy shit! This dude got he's the other guy that did all the coloring of the stuff that I like." It was Alice Sinclair, Brad Anderson, and then it was him. He did Black Mirror with Jock. And he did he did a lot of JLA stuff with Doug Menke. He did a lot of just DC stuff when I first started reading, but I never met him before. And so the day this came out, I met David, and then years later, he's a part of the Six Slayer Station. Ain't that something?
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we are doing our top collection come-ups. Please let us know. David Barron was all that. Let us know in the chat, guys. What was some of your favorite things you got this year? I want us to know, man. Let us know. Was it some art? Was it a SIG? Was it a key book that you've been targeting for years? Let us know in the chat. We want to know about that. And then, so I just want to read this. My top 3 signed books this year: Wonder Woman 36 with a remark by David Finch. Okay.
Nice.
My Red Sonja commission by Tula Lotte. Lethal Protector, Venom, signed by Della Rosa. Okay, that's a pretty solid year, DeClaw.
Tula Lotte commission. Shit.
That's pretty solid. All right, gentlemen. All right, I'm going to pick on Sam. You get to start this off. Round 2.
Well, I'm going to piggyback off of that comment because if you guys recall, Finch was on my list last year. I had that Wonder Woman piece. Yeah. And just very, very recently, I got my hands on this one that I've been eyeing for a long time. And it is the Battle Damaged Bane.
Yeah.
Man, look at that.
On the City of Bane cover.
Yes.
Because I know Mike puts a lot of stock in that.
Yes, I do. And he inked this too?
Yeah.
Oh, he did every fucking thing.
Yeah. So this is obviously a well, maybe not obviously. He usually dates them. But yeah, this is an older one. This was an eBay find. I think it was a 2022 piece. And you know me, I'm like you. I crack them slabs and I hang them up. So, well, except for the Finch you have in the background that is slab. So I guess maybe I'm full of shit.
Well, that one's because it's a 9.8. I'm like,
Oh, yeah, I was cracking 9.8s left and right this year. People were like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, you were? Okay, all right.
Yeah,
So
man.
Hey,
This-
crack it, Mike.
okay.
This one,
All
the
right. See,
fucking-
even I have limits. I wouldn't crack at 9.8. Damn.
yeah, dude, I cracked like probably 4 of them this year. I got those Jim Lee SIGs back, and people were like, "Oh my god, why did you?" They're like, "Did you pay to have it great?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, I paid for the like CGC hosted the event. I'm not gonna like not. I can't not get it graded. That's just included, And
Man,
sorry.
I give you the cake, man. If you cracked 4 9.8s this year, and kept them liberated.
But
Hey,
you know
man,
why?
that's like a jackass stunt.
this is
Liberation, man.
this is a collecting almost a trick though, because this was a 9.8, but it was sitting on eBay and the price had gone down and had gone down and had gone down again. And the reason why, in my opinion, is the back of the slab had a big fucking crack in it. And these guys are so fucking particular about their plastic casing and the piece of paper. It's got to have the right table and all the and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna rip it right out of that and hold that art in my hands. And so it is to my benefit that I collect raw and bought a graded book, because none of those guys would touch it.
Salute you, Sam. That's
Yeah, I got
doing
bravo,
God's
man.
work.
I
You
lucked
doing
out.
God's work for real, bro. You liberate 9.8s from carbonite. Like, dude, you should be there should be a statue somewhere
Yeah, you
around
want
the
to touch
corner
the
from
art,
out.
right?
CGC.
Check it out. I kept it in the cover.
There you go. Oh man,
keep that, yeah.
damn, 9 points. God damn.
Fuck.
Predators
Yo.
hanging victims from trees. Sammy's over here hanging labels from the wall.
Yes. All right, Tony. Round 2.
All right. Yeah. So this one was another big first for me. I've never met either one of these people, and they just happened to be lining up at the same convention at the same time from different parts of planet Earth. And the main reason I wanted this book signed is by the artist who comes to North America twice a year, if we're lucky. And they just happened to be at Baltimore because they were in New York City the week prior. So it was quick train ride down. And that's the only reason they said yes to coming to Baltimore. And the writer, they do come to North America a little bit more frequently, but this is their first time in Baltimore. Not sure when they're going to be back. So I was like, man, I got to catch these two cats right away. And this is the Arkham City Order of the World, signed by writer Danny Waters and Danny Strips, the artist. And this is the C cover. So this is a 1 in 25 variant.
I've never seen that.
Who's art? Either.
Yeah. This is a unique story. It's an only 6-issue run. This is number 1. Yeah.
So did Danny do that cover? Because that's so different than what I'm used to seeing. Usually, what I see is like that real high contrast, like Sin City kind of art.
I don't recall who did the cover. That's a good point.
That shit's cool.
I should figure that out. But yeah, it's really cool. Danny Strips comes to America twice, and I got her like a hollow rare foil Pokemon. Right place, right time. But it was great. Very friendly, very approachable. I was such a hurry. I let them sign my black and white book with black Sharpie. I mean, it looks good. It blends in, but that's the problem. It's a little hard to see, but happy to have it.
She's with Kinetic Collectibles, is that right?
I have no idea who she was with.
Okay.
I think she was. Yeah, Kinetic Collectibles. I think you're right. I was gonna say sketch art, but I wasn't in the sketch art booth, even though it was like right next to it. But yeah, I think you're right. I think it is kinetic.
I just like to drop that stuff for other collectors. Of like, oh, okay, that's how I can, that's how I can get one too.
Give them a little roadmap. Mark.
Okay, man. I got this at NYCC. Yeah, NYCC was an expensive convention, but I still got a little taste of everything, man. So I got this from Steve McNiven. This was like a prelim.
Yeah.
There we go. That's keep it right
very
there.
cool.
Dude. That's perfect
Yeah.
shot, bro. That's a prelim.
Yeah, he's crazy because I was like,
What?
dude, I was like, this is how detailed your prelims are, and then like
What?
it kind of looks like exactly what's in the book. And he's like, I was like, you're doing the work twice. I was like, why would you do that? And he's like, dude, when you love drawing, it's not work. So
That's awesome.
So he's crazy like this, and he kind of does like the art twice. So
But that's relatively small. That's like what a 5x7. What's that?
like a 5x7. I don't know.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, so that's a good. Yeah, that's a good size thumbnail. But dude, the fact that they're card size as a thumbnail to as a prelim, like those are dope, dude.
It's crazy.
That
man.
is dope, dude. You
And
never
that's
showed me
cute,
that, dude. I never seen that one, dog.
You check out his portfolios whenever you see him, man. And he told me he doesn't do interviews, but hopefully maybe we get one on the road whenever I see him next. I'll get a quick question out of him and everything, So
Wow.
That tracks though what you said about, I just love to draw, because the one time that I got a commission from him, he went above and beyond, and like I paid for a black and white, and I was like, do you think you could do like a little splash of blood there on on the battle damage or whatever? And he's like, oh yeah, totally. And I went back there and he had just done a full color commission.
what'd you get
Like,
again?
it's a beaten up Batman. Yeah.
That's who it was.
Okay, so for me, guys, here's another retiree. I call this the AC/DC set right here.
Yeah.
You saw the DC portion, the Detective Comics 1000, my most signed Detective Comics 1000, my most signed book in the whole stash. But this is the equivalent of that, but the Action Comics side. But it's not 27 or 8 signatures, but almost. It's over 20 here. And I finally got Gabriel Delato to sign this. Everybody but him signed this. I have the color version of this cover as well, signed by Gabriel, and I just wanted Gabriel on that one. I was like, okay, I'm going to just keep that one, just him. And then the other one, I'm going to have everybody named Mom sign. And just for the record, for people to know, I only have people sign books that they've done. So all of these signatures are by the creative team of Action Comics 1000, which is what this book is. This is one of the more coveted covers of the Action Comics 1000 lot. This is like that Christopher Reeves chilling in this Fortress of Solitude by Gabriel Delato, very sought after Italian artist. This fool went from $30 in MegaCon in February to $40 in October in New York. So he did a $10 price hike mid-year. I thought that was very crummy, but hey, here we go. But I thought about it, and I was like kind of content on not having Gabriel on this, but then I was like, dude, there's a spot right there for him, and he did it.
Nice.
And so now, and dig this, like this is one of a kind. So I'm just gonna let you guys know this one as well. It has a John Cassaday sig on this.
Oh wow.
So this one has Raphael Albuquerque right there. So you have Brian Michael Bendis, Paul Dini, Raphael Albuquerque, John Romita Jr., Marv Wolfman, Brad Meltzer, Pete Tomasi, John Cassaday, Dan Jurgens, Jim Lee, Jose Garcia Lopez, Jeff Johns, Scott Snyder, Norm Ratman, Louise Simonson, Walt Simonson, Tom King, Kevin Nolan, Pat Gleason, Laura Martin, the Gradient General, Alice Sinclair, Scott Williams. Just making sure I ain't missing nothing. And Gabriel Delato to end it. So boom. So that's this right here. Yeah, Jim Lee's increasing his prices for sure, man. He was $70 at New York. But yeah,
and I'm pretty sure he's up to 80 at Mega.
Oof.
he's at 80 now.
I looked at the announcement the other day for the gym experience, the different tiers, and they put it out, and then like later the same day they raised the prices again, and I was like, oh shit, they put the wrong ones out or something. But I swear it was like $85 or something, and I was like, Jesus.
And then guys, I'm cheating. I have to swear about it. I have to empty the clip. This year, guys, I won another one of these, and I sold it on Whatnot. You guys missed it. But then this one here, I finally got Alice Sinclair and Scott Williams to sign this at New York Comic Con. So this had to make the cut. I have to show this one. This is that Burbank Batman, very rare. And this is one of a kind. It says Happy Batman Day by Jim Lee, signed on Batman Day by Jim Lee. And yeah.
See, I know you're not a slab guy, but I think you should have made an exception for that one. Just because of
I could see that.
It's
a high
uniqueness
value.
and it's a 1 of 1. Like you'll never see that again. And you own it. So
you know I think one of
Jeff
ones
Loeb
I have
also,
though.
Jeff, well, is there another one that's signed on Batman Day?
No. I get what you're saying for that book, but I have so many other things that can be. It's like if I can't make this one feel more special than some of the other ones. You know what I mean? It's like they're all my kids. Can't be given one diamond stud earrings at 12. You know, you got to wait till you're 18 like the rest of the kids. You know what I mean?
You're right, but I mean, I would have just encapsulated it just for preservation, not necessarily like, oh, I got my cool 9.8. I could care about the grade, but just
it's not too late. Apparently, I can still do that if I want.
You absolutely can. You can do it at any time, but to get it done that day, and I believe Jeff Loeb told you the exact same thing.
Jeff Loeb begged me. Dude, he begged me harder than you are right now. Jeff Loeb was like, okay, now, right now, he's like, what you should do. He was like, Jim is upstairs. He's like, go to Jim upstairs. There's people called CGC. Like, he did the whole.
Stay away from CGC. Don't do that.
I was like, dude, you're wasting your time, Jeff, man. Like, it's cool. He's like, no, you should, though. I'm like, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving along. So now we're around 3.
Yeah.
And we're going to start this one off with Mark.
Okay, so I got another. So this guy we actually did interview, and this guy's the top, or
yeah,
he's got the most numbers on any of our interviews so far. Which
yes, sir.
But I like to get usually when I see creators, I like to get something that they created, and so Mark Bagley, love his Carnage design. You know, he's the guy that made symbiotes all crazy like, and ever since, like, there's been a new symbiote. They're kind of like Carnage, or they kind of look like Carnage. But yeah, I love this one. I got this one at Comic-Con Revolution, and which is a great convention out here in Ontario. And yeah, I like this one.
Ontario, California.
Yeah, Ontario.
Yes,
California.
Ontario, California. And Mark, is that a that's I never know these days. That's a remark or a sketch? What are we putting that? Because now there's somebody that say that's a remark. There's an artist that will call that a remark.
It was a pre-done. He had them pre-done, and honestly they did have a lot of negative space. Sometimes I do cut down the art because I think it looks better like this.
I've done that too.
It looks way better like that.
Yeah, it takes up the whole frame. Yeah, so yeah, I thought this cost $100.
That's
okay.
Yeah,
that's not bad right there. Okay, I'm itching to see what Sam has next, man. What you have up your sleeve? So far you had an artist I haven't heard of before.
on McTagg.
Right, and then you busted out the David Finch, and you cracked the 9.8 slab to expose it to the actual nature. I thought that was awesome. What's next?
The next 3, I mean, they're all number ones at this point. But I am going to choose one that I believe you got to see before anyone else. Because
Oh,
I picked it up
goody.
at MegaCon Orlando. This is a guy who's been debatably my favorite artist since 2008 when he wrote Joker with Brian Azzarello. And last year he was my number one. I met Lee Bermejo and he did a Joker for me. And now he's done Batman.
Ooh, look at
Oh
that.
my God. That is so dope, dude. Yeah, I remember this.
He busted.
I remember. I remember when you first got that
same day.
Yep.
Yeah, same day. And
Oh my God, dude.
you know, I was working that show, so I didn't get to hang out at his booth much. I would just kind of like, I gotta take 5 and like sprint down Artist Alley and check in or whatever. So, you know, I only got to talk to him briefly, but man, he's in a class of his own to me. This is just as good as it gets.
Yeah,
that.
man. That shit looks exactly like the way he does sketches. It's like true to form to what you see in his published work.
Yeah.
Not many artists have that kind of consistency. And before we move on to the next person, I just want to encourage everybody to put in your hashtag Stash Wars Live. We'll be giving out sketch cards tonight, and I'm gonna unveil tonight the Sig Slayer collection. This is the first batch, the 2025 batch, and then we will be starting the 2026 batch. But then we're going to be giving away sketch cards every episode of Stash Wars Live, henceforth, and we'll let you guys know later on how you could win those. But tonight, you can win those right now by putting in that hashtag Stash Wars Live, and we're going to be going over 3. We're going to be giving away 3 sketch cards tonight. So just letting you guys know that. Okay, so this is round 3. Sam started it off with Lee Bermejo. Jeez Louise. And then, Tony, what you about to do?
Yeah. Boy, we're sticking with the theme here. I think everybody on the list is a first timer for me.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool accomplishment in and itself. But here's a teaser behind me. Absolute Superman. So I got Absolute Superman #1, the Noir variant, signed by writer Jason Aaron.
Oh,
That's a nice one.
was that
Yeah.
C2E2?
Yes, C2E2.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I got all the Noir versions: Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern. So that's cool. But yeah, it's just, as you can see, it's just the regular cover, one of the regular covers, as you can tell. And they make it a virgin cover and they foil it. So that's the recipe, I guess, for Noir. I don't know why it's called Noir version, but cool, I'll take it. But
It's not all black and white in the inside, or the pages are all black and white, right?
you know what? I
Yeah,
don't know.
that usually
Are
means
they?
there's no colorist.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I never opened it, so
That's a sign of a signature key right there. Signed, dusted, and rested.
Yep. I
Through those
signed it,
pages.
put it back in the protector there, and it'll live there forever.
I have a similar one if I can real quick. This is
Yeah.
I got all these #1s of Batman signed for my gang on the Bat Fanatic podcast, and
Wow.
they were all out of the regular covers. I looked everywhere, and so this is the only foil one that I got, signed by Matt Fraction at Rose
Yeah,
City.
see, you got the Matt Fractions. I'm gonna show
Yes.
you something. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah,
I'm glad you brought
I
that
got
up.
the
right there.
oversized version of that. I mean, I have that one too, but I also got like what do they call it? I think they call it the oversized edition.
Yeah, y'all the only cats on earth that got those Matt Fractions this year.
I was first in that line too. That was really cool.
So what, Marcus, is your turn, or we did everybody? This one.
I think you're up, Mike.
I'm up.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I kind of figured. They want to over. Okay, so here we go. This round, I'm going to call it the Jim Lee round. I'm going to start with this because we did a show. We actually even gave away a lot of these Jim Lees. This is from the Collector's Paradise signing, the Hush 2. So all of this was signed this year. This is Jim Lee, and then Scott Williams did a little bat logo in New York, and then the color commander Alex Sinclair hooked it up. And then I was going to get Jeff Loeb to sign this. I was like, fine. I was like, all these were free SIGs. I'll pay $30. And then he went up $40 now. So Jeff Loeb was $40. I said, screw that shite. So I didn't even want it. I'm cool with it. Triple sign with the bat logo. How does it look, people? It look good to me.
Looks
it look
great,
good
man.
to me.
Looks wonderful.
Now, if I get if Jeff Loeb's at a DC booth and I get a wristband or something like that, I'll this will be a candidate. You know, I'll have him sign this.
Yeah,
but I'm not paying $40 for Hush 2, which we're having struggles. We're having performance issues. You know what I'm saying? this book is having performance issues. You know, so I'm cool on that. You know, but if I get a free SIG or something down the road, I'll do that. And then I'm cheating, y'all. I gotta sneak in this. Now, this here, guys, this is fire. Now, I already have Jim Lee on it right there on top, and then I have Todd McFarlane on the bottom. But that's
very
not
festive. Red and green. How appropriate.
Yep. And then I got Scott Williams with another bat logo right there. But the SIGs of this year that put this book to rest was Greg Capullo and John Galapian. And this was also MegaCon. You were there, Sam. Yep. And this is a 1 out of 200 Batman Spawn Batman. I don't know what order it goes in, but there's no book like this. Tony, this is another one of a kind. There's no other book like this ever, and I would not slab this either. You got Jim Lee, Tom McFarlane, and you got bat logo with Scott Williams and Greg Capullo and John Calapian. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times signed. This is fire. This had to make the cut, guys. This had to make the cut.
Yeah, that's
what
rad.
The comments are saying. Hush 2 needs a blue pill. SCG.
Performance issues, man.
Woo!
Oh, okay, I get it now. I was like,
hey, Sig Slayer's next level with it, man. It's true indeed, man. When it comes to the SIGs, man, you know, that's what we do here, Big Field, man. You know, we do with the SIGs what you do with the 1s and 2s, my guy. So yes, okay. So now we are on round 3, right? Round 3 of it's getting down.
No, we're up
4.
Yeah. Well, however you want to say it. Are we going 5 to 1? Are we going 1 to 5? I don't know.
Okay, yeah. So round 4. Round 4. Jeez. Okay. Round 4. All right. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna start off round 4 then. Okay. So I wanna go back. So New York, right?
Yeah.
I mean, no, Rose City. Rose City is where you saw Matt Fraction, correct?
Yeah.
So Rose City, you saw Matt Fraction. New York, the rest of his Batman creative team was there. So this had to make the cut. You were the only cats that got the Matt Fraction. We were the only cats in New York that got the Timu Mori SIG with the Jorge Jimenez. And he's not a common sketch art guy. The only way to get the Mori SIG was with the DC wristband. So these are the only Batman's issue number 1s on Earth. If you got the DC wristband at New York Comic Con, so the only double signed Batman number 1s like this are from that lot. And guess what? I also got this. This is my other Gabriel Delato. This is Batman number 1, the Delato cover, triple sign, Jorge Jimenez and Mori. There's no books like this. The only books like this, I hooked them up. They're my homies that got these books. That's the only people that got these books. No one we know or have the wherewithal to even do this type of Sigsmanship right here. That's a new word right there. Sigsmanship.
Mine must got lost in the mail. I didn't get one.
Oh, shit.
So here we go, guys. This is, so I had to throw that in there. This is Batman number 1. I had to throw them in tandem. the same book, different cover. But the Sig really is the Mori. So the guy on the left, he's the color artist. He's actually been the color artist for Batman all the way with the Punchline era. So he's actually been on Batman longer than Jorge Jimenez has actually. So back, you got to think all the way back in Batman 85 with Tony Daniel around that era.
Yeah. Wow.
Around that era is when Mori started coloring Batman. And then this right here, guys. Now, this is another thing. This is what's funny about eBay. Now, I was kind of bitching at Delato and them because this was also this same image was his exclusives cover at New York Comic-Con. And I'm like, dude, why make it a foil of the same shit, dude?
Yeah.
Do something else. Like, so he was charging like $30 or $40 for the foil, and you know, you get a Sig to go with it. And I'm like, but so on eBay was flooded with the foils, but not many of these. So you're not even gonna find this anywhere but right here, triple sign. And I got my homie John in Inglewood right now, Inglewood, California, in the house. He got probably the only other one that I had, because he actually hooked me up with his wristband for Saturday. So I had 2 Jorge Jimenez wristbands at New York Comic-Con, which was fan flipping tastic. So now that was 4, right? So you guys are on number 4 right now. Hold on. Got to add you guys back to everything. All right, there we go.
John was at New York Comic-Con?
Yeah, John.
John, who you met at Comics and Cocktails?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's who I was eating dinner with. We was eating dinner, me, him, and Lil Mike. We were, you know, the best Thai food I ever had in my life. Oh my God! Like, and I'm a Thai food snob, man.
Yeah.
This Thai food was fuck, dude. They had these spicy udon noodles. I would rob that joint for that shit, dude.
I saw him again. I saw John again at the comic book block party.
You saw him? Yeah. John, he got a lot of stuff, man. Shout out to him, man. John in the house. All right. Since you were talking, Mark, you up number 4.
Damn. So this was the first time I got I requested a commission, and then they sent it in the mail.
Oh, cool. And
I was hearing that this guy takes forever, and I wouldn't get this back in years.
What?
But I got this from CCR, and it's Shade the Changing Man. He was the only artist for 70 issues on that series.
Wow.
Chris Bachalo, and I love his art, and his art's way different in that series. It was more like Vertigo house style, and I love it there, but I love his interpretation now of that same character and everything.
70 issue run. That's impressive.
Yeah, 70 issues. Chris Bachalo, man, one of my favorites, man. And lucky enough, he said he doesn't do interviews. So lucky enough, he let me ask one question, and we recorded that. So
yes, sir. All right, Tony, man, round 4, man. I'm curious, man. So did we descend or did we ascend as we went down your list?
For me or for Tony?
For Tony.
I don't know. They're all pretty good. Honestly, these are all solid number 1 contenders, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right. I like to hear that.
We're maintaining.
Yep.
Maintaining.
So this one, I'm going outside of my comfort zone. Normally, this is like a DC. I'm pretty hard DC. But an opportunity came up to get this book signed, and this is I don't even know how to say this. I've had this book a really long time. And the first print of this, which this one is very expensive by itself. It's $150 plus right now.
Wow.
So I added these 2 signatures on it, and it was made into a movie, which the movie was pretty cool. But I'm going to be a snob here and say the books were better. But, whatever. So signed by Steve Niles and Ben Templesmith, the original 30 Days of Night.
Oh, that's first print?
That's
First
timely.
print. Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, wow. Wow,
yeah,
that
so
is.
they were local to me. They came like maybe 5 or 6 miles from my house at
Wow.
a horror movie convention. And I always look at all the conventions near me, even if they're not necessarily comic book focused, because then you find stuff like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went there and I talked to Steve Niles, and just the way that he described the transition from comic book to movie was incredible. And then I got over to Ben Templesmith and I was like, hey, you know, I got a book here, I'd like you to sign. How much do you charge? And I pulled this out and he's like, oh man, this is the only book I charge for. I was like, okay. I'm thinking like, man, this guy's going to like rake me over the coals for a signature. And he's like, yeah, it's really expensive. I'm really sorry. He's like, I got to charge you $20. I'm like, oh, okay. no problem. $20. You're right in the middle of the road where I thought you were going to be. So
Well,
easy.
and you're at a con that's not like a million creators, so you're not like breaking the bank on SIGs that day anyway.
Yeah. So I got first print. You know, it's by itself. It's a pretty expensive book, so I'm definitely going to,
That's a come up.
you know,
Yeah.
enjoy this one. So
And what a
happy.
perfect cover to have signed, just the way that it's composed.
Yeah, I tried to do red because it would have matched the blood, but they insisted on black, so
Okay.
I can't argue.
Yeah.
Ben
Black
Temple's
is good though. It pops. It has the contrast.
Yeah, well, the red for Ben, he didn't have red. It was like really streaky. It was drying out. So I said no, but for Steve, he insisted on black. So, and I
You're
did have my
telling
markers
me-
with me.
I was like, the Signature King did not bring his own markers? I can't believe it.
I didn't. I was incognito. I was just had my regular street clothes on. You know, I was
gonna
afraid of
take
the
your
no-kill
title away,
protest.
and
Yeah, right.
you're gonna be the Duke now, the Duke of
But
Comics.
so it's really funny. So my kids go to like all these local conventions with me, and I was like, I don't know if I want them to go to a horror movie convention with me. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's a good idea. Dude, they had a blast. Like they were getting free candy and toys, and they had like these like life-size, like hyper realistic, like old people masks, and they tried them on, and like people were like lining up to take pictures with these kids with like these old lady masks on. It was really fun. They had a ton of fun.
Sam, what we got?
A little preview.
Oh, another 9.8.
Oh yeah. I
Another
did it.
9.8. Liberated.
it.
Hallelujah.
I did it. All right. So I teased this in the honorable mentions, but I did get another Jim Lee, Alex Sinclair, and this pretty much ever since I got it, I was like, I think this is my favorite piece in my whole fucking collection at this point. I don't know, man.
In your hole.
I don't know, man.
Sketch covers.
Ooh.
I don't know, man.
Shit.
That's pretty cool.
cool.
I
Keep
asked
that
for,
up. Let that marinate for a second.
I asked for the battle
God
damage,
damn.
so they did it pretty subtly, but you know,
Woo wee. Ooh.
Does he
I
charge extra for battle damage?
no, I mean it's his prerogative if he wants to do it. Like he kind of just put a couple marks in it, and then Alex drew some blood, you know.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's perfect. Like my McNiven Batman is fucked up, and this
Yeah.
one is just like subtle. But I could not be happier with this. Like
That is crazy.
I was just saying to the guys on my podcast when we were doing our year-end episode that I might actually get this tattooed on me. Like it's, I love it that much.
It's really good, man.
Yeah.
That is really good. Let us know in the chat what y'all think about that. That's one of the best. And that's liberated from a 9.8. God damn.
Yeah.
Great.
Standing on business. Jesus Christ.
I
That's
mean-
crazy.
Shout out to CGC for throwing these signing events. I mean, I'm grateful.
Wow. So Mark, you up?
Are we on
Four
round
still.
5 now? No, I
Four.
already went.
Everybody went.
Yeah, I think it's you for 4. You're the last one for 4.
Sorry. So okay. So here we go. So I get to double up. Okay. Boom. And then I'll be caught up with everybody. Bam. This, my friend, you were with me for this. I gotta say, MegaCon was actually cool.
Yeah.
But Sam, you were with me for this.
I thought this would be your number one.
I thought it was, but what I have is like I have to put the 6 layers up. But this here, I racked the internet. I could not find another anything like this, which makes me think that this artist don't like drawing this character. So that means that he hooked me the hell up. And that is Batman Who Laughs by
Wow.
Jock.
God.
Dude, that is cool. That's seriously cool.
This is Batman Who Laughs on a Batman Who Laughed by Jock. And like you said, Sam, I'm very particular about what I get on the blanks, right?
Yeah.
And this fit the bill. I figured with Gabriel Delato, who was else at MegaCon? Ken Lashley was at MegaCon. There was a lot of big names. And Jock, who's not from the States, but he's been coming to shows a lot. And I know the Art Chaser guys probably already got their feel from him. So I figured, okay, if I start at Jock's table first, everybody else is going to be trying to get Liber Mayho like you did. You got one, Sam. Liber Mayho was there. And there were a couple other guys. There were, Italian guys that I don't know about. People were trying to get lines for. But Gabriel Delato was the big bill. Even if it wasn't for a commission, they were just in line for 6. And so the first day, Thursday, I went straight to Common Sketch Art and I said, hey, can I get on his sketch list? And believe it or not, guys, what did I say about remarks? This is a remark.
You motherfucker.
This is a remark. So I don't know what a sketch is, guys. I don't know what a sketch is. If this is a remark, what is a damn sketch?
I saw this and I was like mad because I remember his list went out. He opened his list before that show, and his rates were starting at like a G. And I'm like, oh man, I'm out. I can't, And then you just walked up to me with that in your fucking hand, and I was like, what? How the? Oh my god! I'm working for them. I didn't know I could get something like that. Jesus,
bro, 6 layers, man. That's all I gotta say. You got that gold. Oh my god, man! It just happened, man, dude. Like that, like MegaCon, like New York. I've never been to New York this year, so that experience, and then the show being incredibly easy to navigate, made it kind of brought it up. But I guess because the familiarity with MegaCon, me going 2 years in a row, I guess I just knew how to work the angles, and things just worked out. And just while we're here, before we do, since we're on our 5th and final, we're talking about our Stash Awards, guys. So we're getting back with that real quick. And I just we talked about Writer of the Year. Now, and this is I'm curious about the chat. I want to know, we're about to go over Artist of the Year. Okay? And so the Stash Fam has already spoken, so the results are already in, gentlemen. But we have Simone DeMeo, who's been killing it this year. Daniel Warren Johnson is on a run. Like, he's just on a run right now. And the same thing could be said for Dan Mora. And then Javi Rodriguez on Absolute Martian Manhunter. Have you guys seen that stuff? Absolute Martian Manhunter?
Great. Yep.
It is absolutely on some, it's like psychedelic Darwin Cook, It's really cool stuff. And the Stash Fam, you voted, all across different accounts. We tallied up the results. Who do you guys think won?
My man,
I'm gonna say Dan Mora.
Yep.
Dan Mora, and you're absolutely right.
Oh.
Dan Mora is the Stash Wars Artist of the Year. Shout out to Dan Mora. Shout out to Quan. I didn't know Quan repped Dan Mora until New York. So shout out to Quan for that. What are y'all thoughts on Dan Mora?
Deserved. He's a great guy. talented artist. I got a ton of stuff I want to get him to sign. So, yeah, very, very excited to get a chance to get him to sign anything, really.
And if you guys were on
tier is he
Whatnot,
in?
huh?
What tier is he in for signatures? What does he charge? Anybody know?
He's tier 1, $10. He's with Quan. I
Oh,
was at Quan's
excellent.
table. I was first in line for a signing in New York. So I was the very first signature he signed at the show this year. I made sure of that. And yeah, he's $10. He's tier 1, but he's very popular. So it's one of those long wait type things, or you kind of plan ahead and wait ahead of time so you can bang it out once he shows up. If you were on Whatnot last night, Six Layers Offerama, I had a couple Dan Mora sigs. You know, I was trying to, you know, provide some out of the ordinary signatures for people at the Offerama. So yeah, man, shout out to the cast that picked up some Dan Moras, man. Mark, what are your thoughts about Dan Mora?
Dude, his art is super dynamic. It's very clean. And he's super hardworking, and dude, he's like on every book. I don't know how the hell he has time to be on so many different things. But I think his cherry on top was that was a Batman Deadpool crossover to end the year with Grant Morrison. I thought that show was great.
Yeah, that was dope. Absolutely. Chat, tell us, did we get it wrong? We got Simone DeMeo, Daniel Warren Johnson, Dan Mora, Javier Rodriguez. Did the Stash Fam pick the wrong artist? Or is there an artist that's not represented in this list that you believe should be Artist of the Year? Shout that artist out right now. We want to know. But Tony and Mark, you guys are saying that it's deserved though. Dan Mora, right? He deserved
Absolutely.
Yeah, the only thing, man, the only like rival this guy may have is Dan DWJ, man. It's the battle of the Dans.
Okay. So
So
Daniel Warren Johnson.
yeah, so he might be the only guy that can contend against this guy, but I think Dan Mora as an artist really takes it.
And so yeah, Space Case said he would have picked DWJ, which you know I say he's the top dog overall right now.
Yeah, as his
he-
cartoonist,
he's
for
in
sure.
he's in the middle of a run. Like I said, he's in the middle of a run. But I'm curious about you, Sam. Did we get it right here with Dan Mora?
Dan's amazing. I mean, I have no issue with that. I think for me personally, just because I wasn't exposed to this other artist before, but I think my artist pick as far as interiors would be Joshua Cassera, who did like the Wolverine Deadpool stuff, and he just had such great panels that like I made a couple of them the lock screen on my phone. Like they're just stunning. But Mora is one of my absolute favorites. I have a sketch from him. I would love to meet him in person. So you know, fucking 3 cheers for Dan Mora.
Yeah, I just think I think the Stash Fam got it right on this just because the different IP he's worked with to this year and the impact that he's had over the IP that he's worked on.
And he's so prolific too. Like
absolutely. Man. And so I must admit that he's up there. Okay. And then we're gonna do another one, guys. I'm curious, and chat, let us know. Here we are. Here's our convention of the year. Okay. This convention of the year. Let us know right now, chat. What was your top con of 2025? Let us know. Is it represented in this 4 right here? So we have San Diego Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con, MegaCon, and Heroes Con. Now, Tony, I know you went to C2E2, and that was your first time. I went to C2E2 for the first time last year. it was definitely one of those destination shows that I always wanted to go to. Just like New York, and that was New York for me this year.
Right.
Is there a show, chat, that he said Baltimore? Okay, yeah, Baltimore's there. MegaCon by default. Now, Baltimore was in there this year. Now, you know what? Okay, so Pastor Batman, what's up? The only reason why Baltimore didn't make the list is because of Tony. Because you gave it like a B or something. So if it's so it has to be like A's. All of these shows were A's.
It was scheduled at a bad time. It was scheduled like right after New York Comic Con. That might
like
have,
the weekend after. Yes.
Yeah, I think it was that. And then wasn't there some cancellations too? Some major cancellation?
There was a lot of people canceled. Like Eddie Burrows was my big one. He canceled.
Yeah, Eddie Burrows. That's a big cancellation, bro.
Yeah, that hurt.
That's not a minor cancellation. I would have went there if I was going. He would have been like one of the top 3 reasons why.
He was number 1 for me. He was the one I was gonna track down first. I was gonna wait in his line, period, regardless. But
Dude, I want a Eddie Barrows Batman with the rebirth suit so bad. Like, no, to me, nobody draws it like him, man. I love his Batman.
Yeah, that whole run was so dope. Yeah. So yeah, I'm getting frustrated just thinking about that. Okay, guys. So the convention of the year, we got San Diego, New York, MegaCon, Heroes. Now, I don't want to know which one you guys thought won. Which one you feel was the best one for either from experience or from what you heard or whatever. Which one comes to mind?
I'm gonna say either New York City or Heroes. Honestly, I would love to go to anyone on that list. I've never been to any one of them, but I always hear good things about Heroes. But I think New York City has the wow factor because it's New York City.
Yeah, I want to go to Heroes, man. Like that list always entices me, man. So
oh yeah, it's a crazy big list.
But I think San Diego's always just fun, man. So
I heard San Diego was a lot better this year than it was last year.
Ooh, I wasn't there last year. I can't say.
Is that true?
Because we talked about it on our podcast. Dave went 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And everything Batman, Dave. And it was like 2 years ago. He was like, "Oh my god, it's the best con I've ever been to. I can't believe it." And he just went down the list. You know, it was fucking A-lister.
Yeah, it's always your first Comic-Con is always going to be like you're being divergenized. You know what I mean? Like that first one is always going to be that.
But then
they're always chasing that.
He was, but like the second year, the guest list was not on that level. 2024, and then this year it seemed like it was really, again.
I think this year was kind of. You're saying this year wasn't good, or for
No. I if I remember correctly, he was saying that this year was awesome again.
Yeah, he said it was better than last year.
Well,
I
heard a lot of people weren't going because a lot of international talent weren't going because they're kind of scared.
Right, that's true.
Kind of scared to show up and get kicked out or something. But I don't. It's always a party. I don't know. I think San Diego's always a party. New York was really fun, and dude, they have like so much stuff. But I feel like there's no party after and everything for New York, like an immediate party where you could just walk out and go to the bar and go hang out with everyone. So I think that's my only difference with that, and they don't have like the Adult Swim party in the back and all that. So that's
good.
That's what I like
for me.
So you're saying definitely San Diego.
It's always my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. So like definitely, and then and so which con do you guys think won this year? And it was very, very close, by the way. It was only one person difference in the winner in second place.
I'm gonna say Heroes.
Okay, so we got one for Heroes.
I really, truly don't know because I've only been to Mega out of this 4. So I'm.
Sammy, we got to get you to San Diego, man.
We definitely got to get you to San Diego. But which one you think the Stats fan voted on?
I really have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with Mega because that's the one I've been to and it
The
rules.
Mega, okay. And then you said San Diego, right, Mark?
Yeah, that's my heart. That's my love.
I'm gonna tell you in a dead flipping heat. New York Comic Con won. New York Comic Con won. And I'm gonna tell you this: I was at New York Comic Con and I was at San Diego Comic Con, and from my experience, New York Comic Con won. I did not like New York, but I love New York
What?
Comic Con. Yes,
I actually
not
hear
like
that a
New-
lot.
Had you been to New York before?
No, that was my first time. So first impression New York, I was like, "Yo, dude!" It was like downtown LA on meth, dude. Like, and going
What?
and sped up. And
See,
so it
that's
was
not
like,
an exaggeration. They were all meth.
yeah,
Oh,
like,
okay.
like, dude, like, dude. I thought I walked fast.
Man, I mean I haven't been to a con there, but I love New York.
New York's cool. But
Yeah, this is funny, big
Yeah.
Phil. Hey man, when you're from the West Coast, man, it's too much people, man. People on people.
I'm
Oh
from
no,
Oregon,
I'm cool.
man. I just said to my wife the other day, I was like, man, I
no,
wish
but
we
New
could
York
just move to
Comic
New York.
Con, New York Comic Con itself,
Right.
that was great. I love New York Comic Con. That was my favorite convention of the year. I got Pastor Batman talked about expensive steaks. I only bought like steaks from like 3 people. I got nothing but free steaks the whole week, and from top-notch guys. So yeah, I just yeah, man, like it's always it's just man, too much, man. All that walking around. I'm used to getting in the whip and going from one place to the next. Like,
Yeah.
man, it's inconvenient even driving in New York. Like, it's like being on a 405 everywhere.
Yeah. Subway all the way.
I think Phil's right with that though, man. Like I think LA kind of needs to step their game up with the 24-hour like party game, man. Because New York,
man.
like, I'm not
See,
sure.
To me, it's too many stupid people in LA, man, for the 24 hours. No, go home, dog. Like, no, there's some cats in LA need to take their ass home, bro. Like,
But I
cool with
wasn't
that.
sure if it was
New
a
York is used to
convention.
that shit, man. LA, man, we don't got no sense, man.
Shit.
Man, you start giving cats extra hours. Oh my god, nah, I'm good. Nah,
Okay, maybe
I'm
you're right
good.
on that.
They take your ass home, bro. You know, take that. You know, get you a 6-pack and hit the road, bro. Go home. But anyway, New York, though, I have to say it outvoted San Diego by 1. It was more of a real convention than San Diego. To me, San Diego, there was a lot of stuff happening in adjacent areas, and that's cool. But I gotta say, as far as talent wise, New York shitted on San Diego. New York shitted on San Diego this year. Talent wise, I would say New York and MegaCon. I'm not New York. San Diego and MegaCon were they were like cousins. They were on that level this year, talent wise. And I would say even MegaCon had more talent this year than New York. I mean, not New York. I keep saying New York. San Diego Comic Con. I felt that it kind of took a step back. It was slow, a little long in the tooth this year. I think San Diego needs to step it up. I thought New York, man, for an old gunslinger like me, New York, oh man, I knew exactly what to do. It was like I didn't even need no instruction manual. Like I put it this way, I woke up at 7:00, okay, to go to the show. Mosey got a bagel and still got everything. I got a bagel, bro. You can't get a bagel in San Diego.
I know, Mike. I was gonna
You
say,
can't get
man,
a fucking bagel in San Diego. New York, I got a bagel. I was able to chill, and I still got all my wristbands, all my freebies. I put myself on hard difficulty mode. in New York, and I still got through unscathed. Like, so that's what I mean. San Diego, it's like you need to know the language, plus you need to know people, plus you need to get up early, plus you need to be lucky.
Yeah.
Still,
Yep,
so
yep.
I gotta say, so but San Diego they need to step it up, man. And maybe you're right. Maybe it was because of the international thing that probably played a factor. But you got to know, Jim Lee, Todd McFarlane, those guys are a given. So you can't even add those guys in the mix. And so, but because they're always going to be there. But guess what? In New York, you had Jim Lee, Todd McFarlane, right? Plus all the international guys. Plus you had Ghostface Killah and Nas and everybody for the all that
was there.
Yeah, man. So it was like the Legend Has It thing. It was dope, man. Yeah, man. See, I gotta go back to New York, so I can't give New York my full assessment, because I was in con mode. I gotta be with somebody that knows that terrain to really get the full experience while being at a show. But just me being an LA guy, dropped in New York, and then I'm not with someone that knows what's up around there. Shit, I'm not gonna go far. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm about to just hop on a train and just go somewhere I don't know where I'm. No, I'm cool with that. But next time I do go to New York, I hope I'm with some heads that knows what's up, and then I can experience it. But just me being there on my own vices. I saw two crackheads, man. Like, I'm like, yo, isn't this supposed to be like a nice area? And no, it's like downtown LA on crack, and everything. The inflation, the prices is just on a whole nother level. It reminded me of, and I'm talking about Star Wars here, right? Coruscant, right? It reminded me of Coruscant on crack. And then you know what's funny too?
I mean, yeah, I won't lie. Like, we saw a guy pissing in a phone booth right next to us.
There's a lot of people that stunk,
one
man.
foot away from me. Sure, yeah, but
There was a lot of expensively dressed, smelly people. I'm like, bro, you look like $1 million, but you smell like a fucking garbage pail kid, bro. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was like that cognitive dissonance. That cognitive dissonance was killing me, and it wasn't just a one-off. It was like I could have did a case study on that shit. It was crazy, dude. The well-dressed, smelly motherfucking gang out there. It was wild. Anyway, I gotta go there and kick it with some cats that knows what's up. But pizza was bomb, and the Thai food was like, man. I would smack somebody for some spicy udon noodles, man. It was crazy. Anyway, we're back on track here. We're at the final one, okay. You showed a Libra Mayo, Sam, and I can't. I want to be like, hey man, like, help me get a Libra Mayo, but I just can't. Like, dude, like, I feel like the degree of difficulty is so high. I feel like you downplay how hard it is to get what you have two of.
dude, yeah, the Joker and the Batman, like.
Yeah,
it took me years just to get the first one, and then the fact that he was coming back, I was like, "Are you fucking kidding? Like, sign me up! Anything I have to do, anything I have to sell, I'm getting that Batman." And so, yeah, I can't believe it, but I've got, like, I mean, for a Batman collector, come on, the two characters you got to get from that guy,
And yeah, it just home run hits, man. So I'm gonna save you for last. I'm curious. We're gonna roll with you, Mark, man. What you ending yours with?
I think you've seen this one, and I think you know that this is my final pick. Big Phil's seen this one, so pick this up from Tony Daniel.
Oh shit!
Try to keep it together, man. It's hard to keep it together. Oh,
I hope Big Phil is watching this right now.
it's a double page spread.
wow,
It's one of the imposter Batmans from Grant Morrison's run.
that cape.
Yeah, dude, I think Tony
That's
Daniel.
peak Tony. This peak Tony Daniel right here for me.
He killed it on this one, man.
Now, Big Phil, this is the first Black Batman right here, and this is his like coming out party, his first ever splash page right here. And he's taking over, burning up the police station, man. I love this. I love this. This is right here. You talk about collections of black. It's the first ever black man in the Batman suit right here.
You got Gordon down there too. I didn't see that at first.
Yeah.
You got Gordon, yeah, and that's what I love. But you got Gordon, dude. Yeah, yeah. That is a come up, dude. I gotta give you props on this one. Double page spread of
Yeah, I guess,
Grant Morrison Batman. Jesus.
yeah, I love this one. Yeah, and it was on discounts. Like, I guess no one was picking it up, and I was like,
Man,
shit.
I was thinking about it. That's from Batman's 672. 672. That's the title page. Title splash page, man. Like I studied that shit for years, man. Like Grant Morrison was like a religion. Like, yeah, that's a very good double page splash. Tony, man, I'm curious.
Yeah, so I've showed this 100 times, and I'm going to keep showing it 100 more times because it's awesome.
Okay.
Lots of first on this one. So many cool stories to go with it. Yeah, I can't tell you how many positive things come out with this book, so I'm just going to show it. Normally, I don't. I'll stand in line that long, but I had to. Easy Starship Troopers.
Oh yeah.
Movie adaptation signed by the cast. We're missing one or two folks, but the main cast is here. So Johnny Rico, we got Diz, we got Carmen, we got Ace. They're all there. And I tell you what, I got the full Busey experience because I am 100% convinced Jake Busey was on something. And it was awesome.
I'd expect nothing less.
Right. It's a Busey. Like they're always on something. But his dogs were there pissing all over the place, and it's really funny. He had these giant Great Danes, and then every 5 minutes they were peeing on something, and he would just like look at it and they just kept going. Like, yeah, that's not my problem. Wish I had his confidence, but yeah, this is a collection. This is definitely a jewel in my crown for sure. I'm a big Starship Troopers fan. Got to hang out with Casper Van Dien, Johnny Rico. He invited me into his Discord. So now we're Discord pals. And for those of you who are fans of Starship Troopers, you can actually play the Starship Troopers video game with Johnny Rico every Thursday night. Live stream. He'll invite you.
That's
for
great.
real. It's pretty fun. I haven't done it yet. I've just stream stalked everybody, but it was a lot of fun. That was at C2E2. Which one? The game?
Oh no, I was gonna say I haven't seen that movie in 25 years. I
Classic.
think that from what people say about it now, that I might appreciate it differently than when I was.
It's getting a reboot. And I'm not
scary.
happy.
Yeah, that's
right.
Yeah, no, it should keep that alone.
It's gonna be terrible.
I like the animated, adaptations of it. That was cool. But I was a big fan of Starship Troopers too, man. That's crazy. I wasn't aware that they had a comic based on that. So that was dope. I'm glad I think that's the second appearance on this channel as well.
Yeah, this is the movie adaptation. To get this, you had to go to the movie theater, to get it. And they're starting to bring that back. They do it with the Suicide Squad. I think they did it with Spider-Man once or twice. So this is you had to get this at the theater when you got your tickets. So not to say that these are crazy rare.
Well, yeah, there was the Batman variant too, the Matt Reeves Batman. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Not that this is super rare, but difficult to find. I had to ask a whole bunch of people if they had one. Luckily, I found one, but there's only 3 on both the CGC and CBCS census that have all of these people signing it. So I'm one of them. So
Nice.
that's kind of cool.
Dope. All right, Sam. What you taking us home with on this one? This is crazy.
All right. First, I got to show you my favorite Bruce Wayne.
He came up to you, or you just had him on the side?
He just climbed up onto me a few minutes ago, and so I was waiting for my turn to show him off. But that is his name, Bruce Wayne. This one, again, I've indulged Marvel a bit this year. You know, I'm a Frank Miller fan.
Yeah.
And this time I went with his inker, Joe Rubenstein, and he recreated the Wolverine #1.
Holy heck, man.
Crazy.
Look at that.
Like,
Yo.
holy fuck, dude.
That's all original.
Yes, whole thing. Like,
Fuck.
I don't know how much you can.
Might I ask
there.
how much is something like that cost, if you don't mind my asking?
Sure, he has different tiers, and originally I had asked him. I said, "Can you do a recreation like that?" Like I've seen him do either full color ones or just inks.
Yeah.
And I said, "Can I get something that's kind of in between? Because most of my con sketches, it might have like a color portrait and then like no background, right?" And so he's like, "Yeah, no problem." And then I think maybe it kind of got forgotten or whatever. And by the time he did it, he sent it to me, and he did the ink portrait and color background. And I was like, "Oh, that's no." So I reached out, and he was very cool about it, and he let me send it back. But to get this as a cover recreation fully like this, it is like a $600 tier, I think.
Yeah.
That's actually a lot
so
less than I thought you were going to say.
yeah, I mean, it's like his regular sketch rate, and then his recreation sketch rate, and then his like full color, full on recreation sketch rate. So he's pretty reasonable. But this
That again, dog.
I'm like, oh my god, like I said about that Dominic Tag Zatanna. When I walk out into my room now, this thing just jumps like next to everything. Like I can just put this next to anything and it just fucking grabs my focus. It's just stunning.
Crazy, dude. That's insane, man.
That's a #1, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah, man. It's so accurate in his body. Joe Rubenstein, and I've always said, that the Wolverine is my favorite Frank Miller art, and it's because of Joe Rubenstein. It looks more superhero-esque, more traditional.
Yeah.
I just dig that era. Obviously, I like Dark Knight Returns and all this other stuff, but I just like what Rubenstein has to offer. And then lately, with the stuff that he does with his painting and all his other cool commissions that he does, I'm surprised. And his prices are pretty reasonable. I'm surprised people don't hit him up often for other things, considering that he's inked over the most pencilers than anybody in history of comics. And so he's familiar with a lot of different styles. He can ape a lot of different styles. So, yeah, I'm surprised people don't use him a lot, man, because he's inked like everybody. So, like,
and I never met him either. This was a mail-in. I just cold called him and was like, "Hey, I've seen you do these cover recreations. I'm interested, And he got back to me like the same day, I think.
Yeah, man, and so I see him all the time because he lives in California, so he's always at a lot of shows, and I've also interviewed Joe as well, but I'm just a fan of his work and the stuff that he posts on Instagram. It's always cool, his paintings, whether it's just traditional art or if it's comic painting, it's really cool. Before I do my final one, I just want to show, man, just show around, man, just a year review of just like all of the fun times, man. We got to see this up close and personal. Ooh. This Batman 423 here, the original cover that just got auctioned off, like I want to say like almost a month ago. It's like, worth a house. This here, Todd McFarlane's only Batman cover for the title. Huh?
What convention was that?
This is at San Diego Comic-Con. And this was at the Heritage Auction booth. And I just had to take a picture of this. And then Gabriel Delato. This is Gabriel Delato signing. That's my joint right there. Signing it right there. And then signing my Action Comics 1000. And I'm glad to know that he's a lefty like me. That's awesome. That means he's a genius. That's great. And he signed this, and it made it even better. And what was crazy about this dude line is like the DMV. It was crazy in MegaCon, and it was crazy in New York. And because I talked to the guy, I was like, dude, I've been waiting in line. I had to get in line. You guys, are messing me up for my day. He let me at the end of the day just pop up on him with no line. And so I was able to get some SIGs and hook up a couple homies with some SIGs. So this Gabriel Delato, I thought this was dope. First, these are my first Gabriel Delato SIGs in America. And then Libra Mayo at MegaCon right here. So the cast wanted to see, some of the cast that got Libra Mayo SIGs last night. This is some of the footage from that. Libra Mayo SIGs. Dan Mora, Artist of the Year, right here. This is over at at Quan's booth in New York. I thought this was cool. And then this is the other artist that we didn't put in the list that probably should have made it, and I was surprised nobody mentioned him. Nick Dragata, the actual artist of Absolute Batman. I was in his longest line. And that's my ash can right there. Boom.
Nice.
Boom. So I got the ash can. I need to get Snyder on it, and then it's done. But yeah, so
look at that denied handshake.
I know.
That's fail, right?
I was gonna mention it.
Let's see it again.
Right here. Oh, totally looks away.
No, he saw it. He just wasn't interested.
He's like, dude, man, keep it pushing. You got your books, dude. Fuck off.
No.
And
Dude,
then,
the more you play it, the funnier it gets. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's hilarious. And then shout out to my man David Barron. I was at his booth, man. We shot a couple scenes there at his booth. This dude was busy the whole week. So I was chilling with him at New York. We chilled also in San Diego. I should have showed some footage of that, but yeah. So chilling with him. And then also, here it is. Jorge Jimenez and Timu Mori. This is at the DC booth in New York. There it is. Did you know what he looked like? Timu Mori. Like, this guy's right there. Nobody has SIGs from him. He never shows up. Never comes to the States, never comes to the West Coast. And he was in New York. And so I got all these SIGs. Look at these bomb-ass SIGs. Look at these books. These are all mine. Look at that. Bam. Look at that. Look at these shits, man. God damn it. God damn it. I can't believe I got Guillaume March on that one. So yeah, I thought this was cool, man. Jorge with Timu in New York. Fantastic. And then here we go. The dynamic duo of the Gradient General, Alex Sinclair and Scott Williams. And they're signing that awesome Burbank Batman. And there's Scott Williams right there signing the Burbank Batman. And there you go. Like, that made the cut. And then that's another Absolute Batman #1, a Jim Lee cover. Signed by that too. I need to get Jim Lee on that. These are the next Jim Lee SIGs I'm going to get. That book and the Absolute Batman. But yeah, and this is just a teaser. This is just a teaser here for this finale of mine, the Todd Father. So the Todd Father right here, guys. I want you guys to look closely at what he's signing. That's a Malibu Sun. But look, he's put in a skull remark. This is a one of a kind. You said one of a kind? Tony, here you go. Malibu Sun, remarked by Todd McFarlane. There you go.
Duck.
And no one has this in the Milky Way galaxy, by the way. So the whole galaxy, no one has this. There's a Instagram account and an eBay account called McFarlane Signatures. Okay, that's a real account. That's Todd McFarlane's son. Okay, and so there's an account where you can get signatures, and he pretty much throws them on eBay and let you duke them out. So this Malibu Sun, remarkable. There we go. I like that. Exactly what this is, a one of a kind. So you talk about the Burbank Batman, Tony. This is Malibu Sun. Okay, only one on Earth. Okay, the only one in the galaxy, and maybe even this dimensional plane. So I'm just letting that be known here. And so want to
Even though
show
you
you
had
guys
to go to Coruscant to get it.
exactly. I had to go to Coruscant, right? I had to go to Coruscant. So here it is. Oh no, here's the other one. So this is another Todd Sig I got. And so I got a record this year, guys. I got 5 Todd McFarlane signatures this year. So 5 free Todd McFarlane signatures in 2025. That is a 6 layers record. The most I've ever gotten any year was 3. So I got 5 this year alone. This is one of them. This was at the infamous GameStop signing in El Monte, California, where Mark, the Honorable Villain, was there. But then the other reason why this makes the cut, guys, is the great Steve Oliff, the godfather of digital coloring. We got a chance to interview Steve Oliff, and then we met him in person in San Diego and had a sit-down interview with him where he showed us original color guides from the OG Spawn run, and he signed all of his original issues of Spawn. And so this Spawn collection that I'm curating is issues 1 through 12, and they're all signed by Steve Oliff, and now I'm working my way with Todd McFarlane. So this was the second one. I got issue 1 and issue 3 and issue 8 signed. But so I got this, but then here's that Malibu Sun right here, guys. That one of a kind. Look at that. He did a good job on it too. I thought this was pretty player. If you guys don't know, this is the first published cover of Spawn, and so this is a hot ticket item.
Oh, wow.
If you are a Spawn fan, you already know what's up. And you know what's funny about it? I'm a Spawn fan, but I guess I'm not that big of a Spawn fan because I didn't know that there's a more rare version of this that's an error print. And so that's the creme de la creme, the mistake copy where it's like, I guess, green, like printed green on the back cover or whatever. But it's an error print. But hey, I'm kind of like, I don't like mistakes. I like my shit done right.
Yeah.
So I would prefer this one, especially with a remark by Todd McFarlane, guys. So yeah, that's the 6 layers and friends. And we're gonna do a rapid fire later on. So I do want us to show these off again. But I wanted to go and do another Stash Award real quick. And this is, I believe, the final entry here. Hold on, let me try that. Stream artist. I'm trying to get to my pictures. Give me 1 second. Let me go back to this real quick. I was trying to figure out what's going on my thing, but while I'm figuring that out, I'm just going to go to the next topic real quick, which is our targets for 2026. What are we targeting? What are our goals? This could be for our collection. This could also be just, we're all content creators. We got podcasts and YouTube channels and shit like that. Things that we're looking forward to for the upcoming year.
We can't hear you, Sammy.
Oh, you get muted.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey.
I will take that one. I am looking forward to MegaCon because I want to bring this Wolverine to Jim and just put like the face to the name and like get a good picture with him, because I've met him twice before, but it was in the masking days of cons, and so I have 2 pictures with the guy, and neither of our faces are visible, and so I want to bring this one, my favorite one, and get a good picture with Jim. And then I tried to get I sent a blank to my friend up in Canada to try to get another Dave Finch for me. I was going to get him on a Punisher blank, and so I sent the blank up there. He took it to the show and didn't happen. And so I have another opportunity. He's coming back to the Northwest for Emerald City, and so I'm really hoping that I can make it up there, because I've I've had good experiences at that con before, and I really, really want to get a Dave Finch Punisher. So those are kind of my goals for the early part of the year.
Ooh.
Yeah. This has been a big Punisher year for me. So
I hear that. You want to go, Tony?
Yeah. Man, so many goals that I have, but some ones that I can really highlight are I plan on hitting Philly Fan Expo
nice.
this year for the first time, so that'll be a lot of fun. Some people signed exclusive deals to Philly Fan Expo, so that'd be cool to go see some of them. That's probably one of my bigger ones. I just want to get to like more cons in my area as much as possible.
What state are you in?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Okay.
Yep. So I'm about an hour from Philly, but it might as well be on the moon because I try to avoid that place. Yeah, just a ton. But yeah, like I said, Philly's probably number one for me. But in terms of books, already eyeballing a couple of big books that I want to get signed. But yeah, I mean, I could be here all day talking about goals for 2026, but that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day.
That's
we
those
don't got time
solid
for.
goals right there.
Yeah.
I don't have much goals for my collection. I maybe want to save a little money this year, and maybe not splurge so much on my collection. But
Teach me how.
I don't know. But yeah, I can't tell you, man. But my main goal as talent coordinator for Six Slayers, always get those interviews, man. So we got three of the Image 7 this last year or this year. And I just want another Image guy. So either Rob Liefeld, Jim Valentino, Ulz Portacio, and then dude, we'll get Jim Lee when we're dead, probably.
No, man, we're gonna get Jim Lee. Fuck that, man. We'll get him.
At some point.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be one of those weird ones like, man, we could have did this a long time ago.
But he's probably gonna be the last one. Like he's gonna finish the set and everything. So we'll probably get
He's got to make sure you're committed first, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So that's cool, man. I gotta say, me, all right, collection. I need to get Gary Frank Sigs, so that's number one. I want to get my Geiger signed, and then I want to finish the whole Doomsday Clock run. I have everybody but him, so I need Gary Frank Sigs for sure. And then I would say, I would echo what you said, Mark. Trying to get at least another Image founder like Liefeld. I think that's probably the most realistic one.
Yeah.
That we could probably get is Liefeld. So Liefeld, that'll be cool. And then also do more. We had the opportunity to actually have a table at a show this year and interview people. So I would love to do that again. And so we're sending our fillers out for that right now. So we'll know at least after the holidays if we get accepted or rejected or some kind of modified situation. Also, Pastor Batman mentioned Heroes Con. That's why it's in the graphic. That is the number one. That's the number one show I want to attend to, considering that we're already going to OAX. So let me know if anybody going to OAX. We're going to be going there. Hopefully, Big Phil's going to be going there. Be able to see him in person. But we're definitely going to be covering OAX, so we're going to be media partners.
What's OAX?
It's the original art expo is in
Orlando.
Gotcha.
And so we're going to be covering that.
Cool.
Yeah, we're going to be all over that, and so I'm really excited about that. That's probably going to be my first show of 2026. So that was a goal. So that already got accomplished before the year started. So now, Heroes Con. So agreed. Pastor Batman, let's all meet up at Marcus Why. This guy, he knows exactly what OAX is. He's funny. But yeah, but yeah, so Pastor Batman, I want everybody that you know, as many people as possible can meet up at Heroes, because that's another show where the list has been just crazy and ginormous. And so, and it's from people that I rarely see or haven't met before. So Heroes is number one as far as the shows that I want to go to. San Diego is kind of baked in, but I have to like kind of rotate between Heroes, Baltimore, and New York. And so this year or next year, Heroes and Baltimore are two shows I'm trying to go to for sure. I really loved Baltimore last year. I want to go back. I had a great time in New York, but Baltimore was like, yeah, like that I had a really good time.
Your kid had a great time too.
yeah, we all had a good time. It was. Thinking back on it, was probably my favorite time of last year because it was just so chill. And I got a Final Crisis page. I got a Jason Fabok remark that I rescued from Anthony's collectibles. And so, yeah, so that was a show that was like legendary for me. But Heroes is that other show, that destination place. And then there's a show in the Northeast. I'm not going next year, but it's what is it called? Terrificon, I think. Terrificon. That's another
cool.
Yeah, that's another show that I'm not targeting for 2026, but if everything goes well this year with Heroes, then I can add Terrificon to the destination for the next year, but for 27. But right now, Heroes is at the top of the list, and then maybe Amazing Vegas, in some kind of capacity. So we're working some things out. I might be going to Kansas City, might not. Still checking on that. I'm
Planet.
You say what?
Got a wife and kids in Baltimore,
Argerm's gonna
Jack.
be there. Argerm and Scotty Young is probably why I would go. I'm trying to figure out where Doug is going to be at. So I'm trying to sync up with Doug Mankey, wherever his next like major appearance is going to be.
Oh, look, there's
So-
Frank. There's Frank.
Huh?
There's little Frank Castle right there.
Oh.
Oh, he's gone.
Like put that comment from Marcus back up again.
Yeah, I got you. Which one? This one here?
Yeah, got a wife and kid in Baltimore, Jack. I went out for a ride and I never went back. That's Bruce Springsteen. That's all I was listening to when I was out of, that's all I was
thought
listening
that's
to.
it. Was
out
he
of
was making a
Baltimore.
comment about his experience in Baltimore?
Man,
that-
I'm glad you went back to it and put it in this context. Now that was cool. I dig that. Okay, so just real quick, series of the year here, and this one was it was lopsided, but every series had votes. So this probably had the most diversity in selection here. Which title of Absolute Batman, Transformers, Ultimate Spider-Man, Absolute Martian Manhunter, which one of these series you guys resonated most with?
I would say Absolute Batman did the best.
Yeah, probably sales wise, I think I resonate with Transformers though.
I haven't read any of these. So,
Choose one.
my poll has been a lot different, I guess. But yeah, I mean, Absolute Batman's the one I've heard about over and over and over again. So
Yeah.
Well, definitely for sure, Absolute Batman won by a landslide. So yeah, Absolute Batman was the series of the year, rightfully so. It did bring a lot of new readers into the mix, so that's always a plus. Well, we got to get, because if we don't get new readers, then as we get older, the knowledge that we have becomes lost in obscurity. You know what I mean? The things that we say key is not key if we don't have a community that says it's key. You know what I mean? So a lot of these things, the Watchmen and Neil Adams and Brian Stelfreeze and all of these people that made the medium what it is today, and even the people today. Gotta make sure there's an audience for it. So I think Absolute Batman and Absolute Universe kind of achieved that this year, where they brought in a new audience, revitalized people that were already reading comics to pick up a new title, made people that read Marvel read DC, right? No one to this day, for all the people that shit on shit on DC, right? For all those people that do that, no one has told me like something that stands out with Marvel. Like, yo, man, this shit is fucking fire in Marvel. Can you say something, Sam? What's fire in Marvel? You've been reading Marvel.
Oh, hell yeah.
What's fire in Marvel right now?
Right now, fuck, I don't know. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Not
no.
Shit that came. I'm talking about right now on the stand.
Okay. Right now, I read Capullo did Wolverine Revenge this year. That's some fucking killer artwork. There's a red band version that's like all the extra gory Wolverine shit. That was rad. There's Wolverine Deadpool also, like I mentioned, Josh Cassara. There's fucking 2 Punisher titles out right now. Ben Percy's got the Punisher red band. Jimmy Palmiotti's got Marvel Knights Punisher. There's also a Daredevil Punisher drawn by Mark Cicchetto, I believe. That's just on its 2nd issue. I mean, I got a lot of Marvel subs right now.
Okay, man, you said a lot, man. You said more than some of these wannabe Marvel fans that be trying to tell me that DC suck or whatever, and I'm like, dude, well, what's popping?
And
it takes a DC fan to read, right?
Straczynski's back on Spider-Man. It's an offshoot called Spider-Man Torn, which has been good so far as well. So,
yeah, man. So, Absolute Batman has to take the cake on that. And so I just wanted to get that. And then I read Absolute Batman a little bit, like half of it, like the first trade. It's cool. Like I said, I liked the Absolute Martian Manhunter the best out of everything. And then I would say second place is the Flash. I like the Flash. That was cool. I haven't read the Superman, but I hear that the Superman is good as well. But haven't had time to read much. But I've read that, and then hold on. Then I've been reading a lot of Image stuff. So I've been reading the Ghost Machine stuff. So I read Red Coat, which was my favorite of the Ghost Machine. I read Rook, and then So I read some of the Ghost Machine stuff, and then I'm waiting on the High Street trade if it hasn't came out already. I'm gonna check that out. The artwork's in it's been great, and so I've been kind of dabbling with the indie stuff, but
me too actually. I think my favorite book this year was an indie title. It was Lilith from Corinne Howell. But also you mentioned Ghost Machine. Brad Anderson colored a piece for me, and you can kind of see it right there as a Batman right there.
Yeah,
he colored for me a while back, and he sent me a copy of Geiger Volume 1, and I really liked it. Actually, I want to check out more of that.
Guys, let me just add this to the stage. Yes, please put in hashtag Stash Wars Live. I think now is a great time to share some of the things that we have. I'm going to show some of my favorite sketch cards, and then I'm going to randomly select the ones that are going to be given away tonight. But I'm going to kind of show you, I'm kind of split them up a little bit because I've been getting cards from some of the same art, some artists that are, that I kind of get commissions from that I like to support, independent artists that I support their talent. But then I also been getting sketch cards from established, renowned artists, and they've been handing me some top-notch stuff. And so I'm just kind of splitting it up so I can show you the different kind of tiers of the cards. But yeah, there's about I want to say, shit, probably close to 70 or 80
Wow.
individual sketch cards
Damn.
that I have right now. I'm not going to show them all, but
How do we get on your Christmas list?
we're going to be giving these away every Friday, and so that's what I wanted to show everyone. So make sure you put your hashtag Stash Wars Live in, because we're gonna give these away. So I'm gonna show some right now. I don't know what's going on with my dang panel here. It's on the fritz. But anyway, so I'm gonna show a couple of these real quick. All right, so we got David Barron. Oops. David Barron has done a bunch for us every time we go to a show together. He'll sit there and he'll sketch a bunch. So, David has a bunch that he's done. Dr. Fate, Wally West, Kite Man. He just does whatever he wants. He did the Bowl Cut, Guy Gardner, and I believe that's Daredevil. And then I have this kid out here. This dude. His name is Jake Bostain. And this dude, he's like, one of those dudes that really influenced by Ed Piskor. And I really like his art style. And so he's kind of like the featured artist. And I have him do Star Wars. Like, I love this size of interest right here. I have him do Star Wars for me. I have Dragon Ball Z, but it's over at the other part. This is his Darth Maul. This MODOK right here is my favorite one he's done. This MODOK is fantastic. And so yeah, I'll give him random stuff.
I can see the Discord influence in that one.
Yeah, and then this Creeper I really thought was cool. But like, people have, like, when I've done pop-ups, people that bought his stuff, like they bought a Majin Buu. But then here are like the renowned artists that people know. So here's the stack I'm going to show right now. This is Scott Collins, longtime Flash artist. He has a something called Patra with James Robinson. He wanted to do his creator own right there, Patra. And then this is Tom Napolitano. He's actually a letterer. He's the letterer for Death Metal and Absolute Flash, and a secret project coming up. But he's pretty much like one of Scott Snyder's. He does a lot of Snyder's projects, but he did this Penguin for us in New York. Thought this was cool.
It's a great sketch for a letterer, man.
For a letterer, it's pretty great, right? And then we got a Kevin Eastman.
Oh, yeah.
We got a Kevin Eastman, and then had to get a Flash by Scott Collins, because to me, like, his Jeff Johns run, that's a cool Flash. This was in New York. Patrick Gleason, Guy Gardner. This is fantastic right here. It's Guy Gardner by Patrick Gleason. My favorite. I say he's my guy right there. And then this is Tom Nguyen. He did this in San Diego. This is right after the Fantastic Four. He wanted to do a thing. I thought this was cool.
Yeah, that one's crazy, man.
That's like my favorite one so far.
Yeah, the thing is fantastic. And then Steve Olaf, he did I forgot this character. It was called Armature.
Yeah, Armature.
Yeah, he did his own creator-own Armature.
I'm entering. I want that one.
And then Dan Parent, longtime Archie comics artist. He did a Veronica as Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that one's
pretty
nice,
cool.
Man.
Ooh, I like that.
And this was in Memphis. This right here is sick. J.G. Jones. I don't know if you guys knew he's a super Lord of the Rings fan. He did this Gandalf the Grey, dude. This is insane. By J.G. Jones right here, Gandalf the Grey.
Yeah, some of the stuff that he sent us for you included it in the interview, right? You showed some of the stuff that he did, inspired by it.
And then Maria Wolf, one of my favorite artists, did this Joker.
That one's great, man. I like the other one that she did though, man. I think that one's really good.
And then I had her do a Bane. This is Maria Wolf Lopez. This Bane is pretty dope.
Drooling.
Pretty dope. And then Mike McCone hooked up a Wolverine.
Oh, cool.
Dustin Wynn hooked up a little Batman quickie.
Nice.
Anthony Marquez, this is in New York. He hooked up a Superman.
I love his Superman.
Yeah, his Superman is fantastic.
So it's good.
The Houdini of Hugh, Alice Sinclair. I love his Daredevil right here.
Nice.
And this Danny Mickey, this is probably my favorite. This is Pranky from High Street. It's Danny Mickey.
Yeah, man. Danny Mickey, man.
You went all in on that.
Yeah, this was in San Diego this year.
Wow.
It's Danny Mickey. And then last but not least, this is Martin Simmons. This is the fictional woman from Department of Truth. He did a painting. So yeah, so the James Tynion fans that know about the Department of Truth, this is like the mascot of that title.
Yeah, these are sweet.
Cool, man.
So these are all done on 6-layer cards right here. And even Scott Collins even signed it in the back.
Nice.
So tonight, what I'm going to do, Stash fam, real quick, before we head out here, everybody, we got 9 people in. We're going to be raffling off some of these right now. I'm going to mix these up right now. And I'm going to go, I'm doing them face down. And I'm going to do every 6th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so what's that? No, that's my nephew's. That's mine. 6. All right, so we got Guy Gardner. You know what? I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to announce the winners, and then once we have the winners, then we'll pull so it's spontaneous, so they don't know what they get until afterwards. So we're gonna select 3 winners, and then do a random pull in one moment. And then so just real quick, topic 4. Next week, I put Pat Broderick. Actually, Pat Broderick is going to be our first interview of 2026. And this is our last Stash Wars Live of the year. But actually, next week, we have Danny Earls. So we're going to have Danny Earls on the channel next Thursday, which will be Christmas. So we definitely have a Christmas show, and we have a New Year's Day show because we don't stop. The party don't stop here. So we definitely we'll have new content on those days. Check it out. We have Danny Earls this upcoming Thursday and starting off the year with Pat Broderick. And then I want to talk about ways that you can support our channel. We got a lot of interesting, exciting projects coming up that we're going to be announcing once we get into 2026. But definitely consider becoming a member. You can become, whatever tier you want to do. A couple things that we're going to be offering for members. Obviously, today we're going to be doing sketch cards for anybody to jump in because this is actually our 40th episode as well. So that's what live. Then also we're going to be raffling off sketch cards for members every Friday or every show that we do. The sketch cards will be done for members. And every convention, I will be getting new cards. So this is just the ones that are in stock now. But wait till we hit these conventions and see what we drop. So members will be getting sketch card raffles at every Stash Wars Live. And then also, guys, we be sitting on these interviews. So we members will also be able to see the interviews as we record them. So uncut. So that means, for example, when we had the Frank Quietly interview, members will be able to watch that joint the day it comes out, you know, or wait until, you know, we produce it. And then once we produce it, I take that joint down. And then, you know, the produced version will be the main version. But members will be able to get to see the uncut interviews. And a lot of things get cut out. A lot of things get said that, you know, I kind of cut out the, you know, sometimes they're a little too candid. And so I don't want things to go out that might start beef or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, people say their opinion about certain artists or a writer or whatever. I kind of cut that out to keep everything kind of diplomatic, you know, because things get candid. But
Yeah, I was gonna talk some shit about lefties earlier, so you know, but it's live. You can't really cut it, so you know.
exactly. So the definitely, and then also we're going to be working on some film projects this upcoming year, and then so the final product won't be on YouTube, but we'll be showing process videos and clips and interviews, on the scene interviews that kind of makes up our film, or things that make the cutting room floor that will be only exclusive to members on our channel, because we're going to be really, really, really busy this upcoming year, using that camera a lot, going on the scene, and we got some really cool projects that I can't really announce yet, but definitely think about becoming a member, and then also hit us up on Whatnot every Tuesday and Thursday, man. The Offeramas, man. If you can't go to the shows, we pretty much been bringing the shows to you. I mean, Neil Adamsig, freaking Lee Bermejo, Jim Lee, Tom McFarlane, sold a damn Burbank Batman, and some of the best prices anywhere, you know. And we let you duke it out for it. And then, like I always say, and I'm gonna bust out my prop here. If you give me a bad offer, you get these nuts right here, right? So if they come with some bullshit, Whatnot, I put the nuts in the camera, and then they're like, "Oh my god," and then they laugh. They know it's ridiculous. It's like, "Yo, dude, you wanted $30 for $10? Like what? Like, come on, guy, come on, dude, here, bro." But I give them a counter offer. We make deals happen. So Whatnot has been a lot fun, more fun than I thought it was going to be, and so yeah, we've been having parties there. So I'm going to be on Whatnot again for the last time for 2025. I'm going to make it worth everybody's while on Tuesday, December 30th, and then if you are a subscriber, I'm going to have even more deals for you, because I'm going to drop some stuff you're not going to be able to get anywhere but on the 6 layers. And that's why I don't believe in slabs, because we go to so many shows. If I got a book slabbed at one show, by the time I go to the next show, that book is in limbo at the freaking CGC. And then so you wouldn't be able to do some of the signature combinations that I'm able to pull off if I played the slab game. And to me, the turnaround is way too slow. And to me, the margin of error is still higher than I would like it to be. And I don't want no store credit if they fucking lose my shit. So I want money. I mean, don't give me no CGC bucks. What the hell? That's the last thing I want is currency in the wake of a mistake. Anyway, so check us out on Whatnot. Think about becoming a member. Hey, support us. You can send us dollar tips, whatever, man. Everything helps, because we're traveling all over, and we're trying to get more exclusive content in more kind of disclosed areas, and just trying to up the production level. But yeah, man, it ain't easy running a comic book headquarters, but it's been absolutely fun. And then well, here are my assets. I just wanted to say, also check out The Process. David Barron. This dude has a guest list that's going to rival ours in 2026. I just want to let you know that. And he's coming from it from a completely pro angle. So a lot of the things that we talk about during our interviews, they're talking about from a professional angle, and it's like a whole different world, a whole different stance. So yeah, definitely check out David, and then all of our awesome interviews, like the Jeff Johns, the Marv Wolfman, the Todd McFarlane. Check these out. The most watched interview on the channel so far is the Mark Bagley. And this one is creeping up right now, the Frank Quietly. We just dropped Mike Allred this week. Check this out, man. This was another, I can't believe we got this interview. Shout out to you, Mark, for wrangling Mike Allred. This was a big one. And then Jeff Loeb, man, he's the first crossover captain, from movies to the comics, and comics to movie. He's that first guy. The writer of Teen Wolf, the writer of Commando, before he even wrote a page in comics. So check all of that out. Well, guys, gentlemen, this has been fantastic. I want to thank everybody that has joined us tonight. I think it's time. Oops. I always do that. I think it's time to do our raffle. God, we got put in your hashtag Stash Wars Live right now. And we're gonna I'm gonna draw 3 names. I'm gonna draw 3 names. We're gonna give out 3 sketch cards tonight. So another 30 seconds. Hashtag Stash Wars Live to win a prize. Hashtag Stash Wars Live. Okay. There we go. Okay, Greenberry's already in there. So we're going to just run this one because, the people that are here. So let's see. Just going to draw it. Let's see who's going to be.
Damn, so 50% of the people are almost 50%.
I like it. The people that rock with us get it. K Greenberry.
There you
I
go.
love that. Okay, Greenberry. Hold on. I'm just taking a picture of this real. K Green Bear. All right, perfect.
Gonna roll it again.
We're gonna draw it again. Here we go. For the second one,
The clock.
Pastor Batman
Mr. Dodd.
says Gabriel gets it. All right. The last one. Here we go. Last one. They dropping out. I told us we're gonna do it 3 times. Jewish Dragons.
Ian.
Jewish Dragons. All right, here we go. All right. So we got 3 winners, right? We got 3 winners. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. All right. So here we go. I don't know. I'm gonna blind shuffle these, and then hold on. Take the blank ones out. I'm gonna blind shuffle these, and whatever I pull is what you get. So the first one is for K Green Bear. Every 6. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. K Green Bear. K Green Bear. This is yours right here. K Green Bear. You get a penguin
Sweet.
on the 6 layer station. And this is our first ever giveaway of these. I've been talking about this shit for months. So here we go. So we got that. Then there's Jewish Dragons and then Pastor Batman, right?
Yeah.
I'm shuffling these again. I'm shuffling them. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6. You get a Gladiatrix by this is John Stancy. This is Gladiatrix is a heavy metal character. This was actually we did this at this is in New York.
Yeah.
Forbidden Planet. I was at a Forbidden Planet signing, and matter of fact, these were done the same day. And yeah, so Gladiatrix. This is a character in heavy metal, and this is by the creator of Gladiatrix, John Stanzi. All right, here we go. So that was for, let's say, Pastor Batman, right?
Yeah, he was
Pastor
second.
Batman.
Yeah, and then Jewish Dragons is the third one.
Yeah.
I'm shuffling them. Okay, so we got K Green Bear, Pastor Batman. And I'm doing Jewish Dragons right now. Shuffling these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and oh shit!
Scott Collins.
You got the Patra though. That's Scott Collins on a character that he created. I think that's what makes it more valuable to me, is when they do shit that's in comics that they created. So Jewish Dragons, you get this Patra, dude. You lucky dog, you.
Very cool. Very cool.
That is fantastic. That is fantastic. I'm gonna do a little close up on that. Jewish Dragons, Pastor Batman, K Green Bear on a 6-layer card. And that's how we're going to end the year, guys. Hey, gentlemen, I want to thank you guys so much. Any last words? Anything you want to plug for your channel? Starting with you, Sam.
Yeah, I mean, I always love coming on. It's great to see you guys again. We just recorded our year-end episode for the Bat Fanatic podcast, and we're gonna be dropping that on Christmas Day. So if you got some time to kill on Christmas, you can follow me on Instagram at BatFanAddict, and we'll drop all the details there.
Gio the Great. I've been trying to get him to get that Gandalf. He's a Gandalf fan. His avatar on Whatnot is Gandalf, and I was like, "Yo, man, you want to get this JG Jones, dude?" And he said it lives on. He's right. The JG lives on for another day. Hopefully, you'll get it, Gio. Tony, what about you, man? Also, congratulations on crossing 2,000 subscribers, Tony.
And we hit 3,000 yesterday.
You hit 3,000?
Yeah.
3,000. There we go.
And
Congratulations.
today, actually, just as the show was passing, now we're at 3,100.
Damn.
That is fantastic, dude. Like, dude, it was funny. I woke up this morning and we crossed 14,000. So I was like, yo,
Oh yeah.
yeah, dude. I woke up this morning. I was like, what? And I hit up Mark, and I was like, dude, we got 14,000. That Frank Quiley interview is bubbling for us right now. But man, congrats, man. I'm glad you do. Much deserve it, man. I thought it was, the Jedi Force and all the stuff that he was doing.
Yeah.
No. It's funny going into Thanksgiving. I was at 1,500 and some change for subscribers. I uploaded a room tour video, and that video got me the same amount of subscribers in one video that it took me years to get to, and it's still climbing. So
I gotta get my new room tour out, man.
Yeah, so, I think it was just
I give up on. I don't know what. Is there a secret? It's like it's crazy because it's like there's a what's his name, Brandon Graham, Mark. Like there's videos that I think that are gonna do well, and they don't, and then the ones that I don't think, they end up like I didn't think the Frank Quiley one was gonna be like. I'm like, holy shit, this I knew Todd McFarlane, but is there is there a rhyme or reason? Do you know if the video is gonna do well with views? Or
I tend to do stuff more around holidays. Kids are at home, people are off work. Especially for Thanksgiving, that one's huge. People have chunks of time off, so I timed it to kind of coincide with that. Not because I'm some sort of YouTube master strategist. It was just seemed like a good idea, and it paid off. And it's still working. So we'll figure that out later. But it's been a great year for me on YouTube. Tons of new subscribers. I had a video. It's still climbing. It's just over 500,000 views.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's
the king, Your Highness.
yeah, it's I again, had I known, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just I'm like you see the meme where it's a bunch of board members, then you have Big Bird, he's in the meet. Like, that's me. I'm the Big Bird. I'm clearly not supposed to be here. But I'm having fun while I'm here. But I don't even know. I think I got some stuff coming up. I got an end of the year thing coming up. I think that's not until 2026, I think, is when it shows. But yeah, just a couple of shorts, really. I mean, nothing really exciting to run home about. I'm doing a Ninja Turtle haul. Got some Ninja Turtle books over here that I got signed. So even some Stan Sakai books that he did on Ninja Turtles too. So check that out when it drops. Early 2026.
Word. Nice. Mark, man, anything popping, man? Anything you going to in between now and the new year or whatever?
Can't think about. Well, I think I'm gonna see JSA tomorrow. Jason Sean Alexander.
Nice.
And
at Golden Apple, where
he's gonna be at Golden Apple. I hope I make that one. I missed him last week. I was working on the Wednesday that he had a signing. But yeah, hopefully I see him tomorrow. I really can't think of anything. I think this year is pretty much done. I can't wait for OAX, man.
Yes, I'm looking forward to OAX. Yeah, that can't come here quick enough. I'm looking forward to that. As for me, yeah, this is going to be the last Stash Wars Live of 2025. I will be on Whatnot. That'll probably be my next stream. That'll be on the 30th. I'm taking all of next week off. But you can count on new interviews on Thursday. Next week, we have Danny Earls. That'll be our last interview of 2025. And we have successfully had all 52 Thursdays filled for the whole year. And we're looking to do that again for 2026. We're starting the year off, New Year's, with Pat Broderick. And like I said, I want you guys to check out this great interview by Frank Quitely. And then our newest interview with Mike Allred. These are all great interviews, guys. We are one of the premier interview channels on all of YouTube, interviewing some of the best talent around. But this is our newest one that just dropped yesterday. And it's a nice, good, short, and concise interview. But we got plenty more to go. We also have a new series, Self-Made Comics, where we're going to be doing live interviews with self-published creators. So be on the lookout for that. I really do think that these self-published guys are going to be like the lifeblood of comics in the future, because you never know which one is going to be that next DWJ, right? And so I want to give everybody their shot. Plus, there might be cool stories that we might not be aware of because, Lunar doesn't circulate it or whatever. So
I mean, you already showed earlier a Kevin Eastman piece. What better example of DIY publishing?
Exactly.
That's a good point.
That's a great point, and that's the way it is now. And so, even to get your foot in the door with Marvel or DC, you kind of gotta prove that you can do it and show what you can got and show what you have, and that's just the way it is. The indie circuit is like that. So I want to create a platform for that. Also, expose people to new creators. So look out for that. And then what else? And then OAX, man. I can't wait for that. That's the next appearance that we're going to be at. Let me know if you guys are going to be there. As always, you guys can hit us up. Stash Wars on IG. Stash Wars Comics on IG. Six Slayers on IG. They're both interchangeable. Check us out there. Bat Fanatic on IG. Signature King Tony on IG, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Signature King Tony on IG, and Mark, our honorable villain _, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So check us all out. Be sure to smash the like button, guys, and please subscribe to the Six Slayer Station. Until next time, when we return, though, at the beginning of the year, I want to do that show with you and Magic Lasso, Tony. So I want to definitely do that. I want to do a Bronze Age Center show, showing Stash from that era, because I want to unleash the hounds on that. But yeah. So when we come back, we're gonna have some new guests, some new panelists, and some new topics, guys. But until then, we are out. Thank you for joining us and voting on all the Stash Awards, and for everybody showing all that dope shit like that dope ass Joe Rubenstein right there. Hey man, we're about to be out of here. Let me just get everything synced up. We're out. Peace.